Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick Guerrilla Cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket.
Good morning, good evening, good dawn, good dusk, wherever you are in the world. It's Guerrilla Cricket, yay! And we're back for the second of the T20s versus India. First one got washed out at Chester Street. India scored a competitive 187, but second time around, the kid is in. Vaibhav is going to get his first outing on foreign soil. Well, as an adult anyway. And he's in the Indian T20 team, who I've chosen to bat after winning the toss. I shall give you their team. It's Vaibhav is going to open with Abhishek Sharma. Ishan Kishan is 3. Sharas Iyer, Tilak Verma, Shivan Dubey, Harshit Rana, Axel Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Arshdeep Singh and Varun Chakravarti. Too many spinners for England, I think. But, well, no, actually, I suppose it's T20. They always slow things down. England go, Phil Salt. Joss Butler, Harry Brook, Jacob Bethel, Tom Banton, Sam Curran, Will Jacks, Liam Dawson, Adil Rashid, Jofra Archer and Josh Tongue gets his debut at international T20 level. Two pretty good teams, actually, looking to battle it out. It is at Old Trafford, who Gary thinks is one of the ugliest grounds around. I quite like it. I quite like the red box. But
yeah, I'm with Gary.
It is, but momentous day. I feel the wise words of Spartacus Mills are upon me. You can throw the history books away because the time begins again in about 3 or 4 moments when the boy king takes guard, Suryavanshi, on his debut for India.
He's got to get a duck.
Do you think the pressure's on?
Well, he did. Did he bat? He didn't even bat in Ireland, did he either?
No, this is his debut.
This is his debut.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they had a winning World Cup team they took to Ireland, and so, you know, fair enough not to actually drop someone for him just because he's coming up.
Well, that's true. Well, he is favourite to get out first at 13-8 on. Innings runs under 13.5 I'm going for. But
under 13.5? He'd have that by the end of the first over.
Well, he'll either have that or be out. It's one or the other.
He's the apotheosis of sea ball, hit ball. He is
indeed.
The Saywag on stilts.
But hopefully with a little bit of movement off the deck, which I don't see in India, and slightly longer boundaries, he pops one up to someone in the deep.
3 slips and a gully for you then, Burr.
No. But I might have someone out at cow or wide long on.
It's I mean, I, like a lot of us here, don't see much of the IPL, but what I have seen is
I see too much, and that's one game a week.
He's so clean a hitter, it's just incredible.
Yeah,
it is.
It's quite remarkable.
I mean, the ball hits the middle of the bat, and hits the middle of the bat, and hits the middle of the bat. But England have some weapons to throw at him, and here's one. I saw him play in both the test matches that he managed to get on the field, the second and third tests.
He looked good.
And Jofra was genuinely quick. I wouldn't say he's back to his absolute peak before his injury, but he is really sharp. And of course he has that release without much of a jump, without much of a tell, and he hurries up the best of bats. And it won't be Suryavanshi taking strike first up. Boo, hiss.
Well, let's do some jingles. This man's bowling.
He will break your helmet, break your heart. Hotter than lava, cooler than Bogart. In your face, at your stumps, on your toes, on your mum. Jofra.
Facing first.
Shama police. It's Abhishek, man. He's really young. He's making.
Interesting that Jofra is bowling without the elbow brace that he seems to have favoured for a few years now. Unless I've missed out.
No, he wasn't doing that.
Wasn't he?
Matches, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I should mention too that it's about 20 degrees overcast and a very strong wind coming from square leg for the left-hander.
Yes, and one of the things that white ball cricket to do is just shoot itself in the arse is have a big hole right in the middle of the sight screen that has white underneath it. So they won't start on time.
Unbelievable.
And we're going to get the first outing of a Vivash jingle. I'll leave it after the first ball. It's Jofra in to bowl to Abhishek. Has a big swing and misses it. Hand comes off the bat. It's through to the keeper and there's no run.
Bit of movement away already.
Yeah. Well, it's England. This is why I'm going under. Come on, give me an under for Vivash, for fuck's sake. Bloody bookies are so slow sometimes. Can't make up their goddamn minds. There we go. What am I getting? 13-8. Yeah, I'll have that. No, not that one. That one.
Well, for that outswinger, there is a really strong wind helping Archer with that too. It is hugely strong.
Oh, I've got under 13.5 for Vivash, as you say. It'll either be 3 balls or I'll get my thing. Archer is in again and flashed out again and missed again. Abhishek outside the off stump, and there is no run.
I'd be very inclined to put a fly slip in. There's a kind of deep gully, but I'd have him finer and 3/4 back, because if he connects with any of these off the top edge, it's flying
down there. Yeah.
Yeah, same for.
But you got to play the percentages, haven't you, Gary? You can't put a fly slip in just because he looks like he's going to fly slip it, because then he'll clean it over fucking point for 6.
The gully there looks. What is it? Deep gully, short third man. I'd have definitely finer and definitely deeper.
I thought it was the umpire, but he doesn't look interested. Jofra in. Oh, well, there it goes.
Exactly where I suggested.
Well, that's not fly slip. That's third man. Genuinely.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't. A fly slip is behind the slips, really, isn't he? That's why it's called a fly slip.
Fair.
Fair. Top edge. One hand off the bat, but it flies down to third man and will be 4 runs.
It's Nissan She. It's Nissan She.
The one thing that was certain is that the man who was at the hybrid deep backward point or deep gully is in the wrong place.
Well, yeah, I suppose he's there for the drive, isn't he? If he pitches it up, but considering he isn't, that's not happening. Jofra comes in again, and again he has a flash, and again he misses it, and again it goes through to the keeper, and could have quite easily got a thin edge through. And then he practices a ramp over the fucking slips. Yeah, right. Give it some. Morning, everybody. I noticed the audience
one
is
word,
up.
funky for you.
Yeah, of course. It'll come along soon enough. I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities. I did notice that the audience wasn't very big the other day in Chester Street, funnily enough, as England were playing football at the same time.
Yeah, but the crowds are not big further north you go.
I mean on our
I see. Yeah.
Right, Archer, 5th ball of the over. And again, he tries to nurgle that down to third man. Again, ball moves away, a little bit of movement in the air, a little bit off the seam. And Abhishek can't lay a bat on it.
An absolutely effortless 89 miles per hour from Jofra. I know people want England to play around the country, and they're not doing so much of it this summer, but they are playing around the country next summer. But they really...
the Ashes are all south, aren't they? South of Birmingham.
Well, they need to be... the crowds need to show up at the matches, and up north, even though prices are lower, they don't.
Well, Jofra, last ball of the over. Rears up at Abhishek. Didn't look comfortable about that. It's only 87 miles an hour. It's different in the IPL, isn't it, mate? Anyway, he basically jabbed his head back. Wow.
Jofra plays.
Yeah, I know, but different pitches, different boundaries.
Yeah.
Anyway, last ball was a dot ball. And... that got up, didn't it?
I mean, I've never seen a bowler hit as many batters as Jofra does.
Well, he gets it to go off such a decent length, doesn't he? Anyway, end of the over. 4 runs scored off it, and it's over to you, Messi.
Indiaverse says hello, guys. Wonder Kids debut. Mog says I plan to be asleep in minutes, so the first ever over had better be good. G'day, Legend says Michelle Pfeiffer. Hello, everyone says Leah. Ahoy, old salts and sea dogs. Pirate Badger, of course. Extra Flappos with us. And Christopher Hansen says, good afternoon, Legends. Good afternoon. Weather forecast okay for today, says Banana Brooks. It should be okay.
Should be okay. There is a bit of rain. There's a north-south supply. There might be some rain up north. Well, Suryavanshi, again, gets the ball, lifting outside of the sun, aims a big hoik at it, and he misses it too. He has a jingle which we haven't heard and ever. Here it is.
Imagine callow youth making runs, scoring heaps at Ulster tons, quite easily, destined for greatness from day one. It's been on Cambly, up 5 up Suryavanshi.
We ought to say, for listeners who are not familiar with the 15-year-old Wunderkind, that he is left-handed.
Yeah.
And he's of no great height. He's not as short as Sachin. He's not as tall as Kohli.
He's quite chunky as well.
Yeah, he's quite... So we've had Chunky and Funky already.
Well, Tongue is bowling. I'll give him a jingle shortly. His second ball is heaved out again. And it missed again. There's a lot of heaving and not a lot going on. This man is bowling. Where is his jingle? Can't find him. There he is.
Tongue love, Josh Tongue. Let's get together and lick 'em right.
What's interesting about Tongue is that he's over the wicket. He's usually round the wicket to left-handers.
Well, maybe someone's had a word with him. That's down leg side. Probably will be a wide, more wides. 5 of them.
5 of them.
Oh well.
Another miss with the big swing. It's unedifying stuff, really. England are way wide at the stumps, and probably involuntarily so. And the Indian batters keep swinging at the ball, and the only connection so far has been an edge.
Yeah. Well, we do have 2 generous super chats already.
Lovely.
Dr. Science 1984 has sent us $20. Thank you. There's big American holiday, time for spliffs and beer.
Nice. Sounds like a good day. Oh, wow. Suryavanshi gets a very full one outside of the off stump. Tries to jab it into the offside, gets a big inside edge that could have quite easily come back onto his stumps, but it didn't, and he gets himself off the mark with a single.
And as Dr. Science goes on, perfect way to start with cricket and football a bit later. Thanks, Gorillas.
That's okay.
And Banana Brooks has very kindly sent us £5, and he just says, Gary.
Oh, that's very kind.
Gary.
Well, I'm trying to lose pounds, not gain pounds,
well.
but there you are.
What are the games today? It's Paraguay versus
Canada against Morocco, 6 o'clock. That looks good to me.
Well, Morocco should wank that. Batter them is what I meant
what?
to say. I don't know. Don't know what came out there. That's a dot ball. Big swing by Avisher. Slip of the tongue. Don't know what happened there.
You're making an early start here, man.
Yeah, it's like a couple of wristy batters out there, but we don't need any more wristy illusions than that.
Yeah, Canada will go out very quickly.
I think that's Mike Watkinson in the crowd there.
Oh, yes.
Don't know who he's talking to, but Mike Winker Watkinson. So very nearly you were being prescient there.
Tongue, last ball to Abhishek. Around the wicket to him. Slower ball, I think. Fielded off his own bowling. Not too bad. 6 off of that. Decent start for England. Only 10 off the first 2 overs in a power play. They've hardly laid a bat on anything, have they, really?
No. Certainly not the middle.
No. Well, Suryavanshi will be facing Archer. So anyway, go on, Messi.
Banana Brooks says, Gary's back. How was his Trent Bridge experience?
Oh, can you let in Arnav, by the way, Messi? I made you a co-host.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yep. Leah says, as they say, time is a flat, dumb circle, Gary. Michelle Pfeiffer says, ECB Corgi or Badger drone on the ground, please.
Last ball of the over. Sorry, of course it was wide. So that's through to the keeper, no run. Now you can carry on.
Oh, sorry. Eric J says, good to see this. Manchester without rain. And Farung says, Wibble. We have Gary.
Well, it's some very kind words.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's lovely to be back on Guerrilla Cricket. I was indeed at Trent Bridge, and I was at the Oval, and I was at Lord's. I left before the debacle of Trent Bridge denouement, but throughout the series, England were pretty much outplayed by a New Zealand side that took its time to find its way, and then, it's been over-rehearsed as to why England.
Well, we shot ourselves in the foot in the second test.
Of course.
And then third test they up. Well, to be the third test they won the toss, and that was so important in that heat.
It was.
And that first day the pitch was as flat as a pancake, and it was a great test match wicket that deteriorated over 5 days. Well, Suryavanshi gone down on one knee. He's got himself a 6 over the top of fine leg.
Wow.
That was outrageous. I mean, that must have been 90 miles an hour in at his legs, and he's just got down on one knee and then scooped it over fine leg. It's ridiculous.
He's got an amazing eye, hasn't he?
He's also got a lot of guts to be able to do that.
Yeah.
He was in position so early, he was almost waiting for the ball from Archer. That's how much time he has to play these shots. His balance must be absolutely preternatural.
It's a bit top edgy, really. But
doesn't matter, you get that much bat on it. It's.
he must be. These bowlers must be sick of seeing him. Well, that one's over his shoulder. Is that going to be given as a wide? I thought so, but you never know. No, it's given as a dot.
He knew that was coming.
Archie had the good fortune of being on the same IPL team as him, of course.
Really? So they probably have had the odd duel in the nets, if indeed they bother netting in the IPL. But we've now had a glimpse of the talent, I think, even if it wasn't a textbook stroke. As you say, the eye is incredible.
Aye, and I must apologise for my tardiness of my fellow gorillas the other day. I refused to come in on Wednesday because I've been in virtually every day at a test match. And of course no one arrived on fucking time, did they? Archer's in, and that's well driven down the ground. It'll only be a single to Suryavanshi. Ooh, actually, he had to run now because that was a shot at the stumps at the bowlers and it was missed.
He does look a bit of a run-out candidate, doesn't he? You think with that what do they call it?
Puppy fat.
Biomorphism or whatever. Puppy fat's another way, yes. That he's not going to be quick off the mark. He has other qualities, though.
Hitting a long ball and being one of them.
Hitting a very, very long ball. I think Harry Brook's just calling last orders there.
Is Harry Brook going to be captain of the Test side, do you reckon?
Well, who knows?
After that innings on day 4 of the last Test,
well,
you'd
quite.
have to think they want someone with a lot more brain than that.
But there are survivors. The camera's just picked out Gautam Gambhir. Now there's a survivor.
Oh, right. Well, Abhishek goes outside his leg stump, tries to go over the top. I mean, they're all just fucking all big swings, no dings at the moment, aren't they?
Mainly.
Yeah.
I mean, Abhishek has faced 10 balls. He's missed 9, I think, and edged 1.
Edged 1 for 4, yeah.
I think it's interesting that there's a realisation that cricket in the IPL is different from T20 cricket in Dublin or in England. All of a sudden, you know, it's not all easy pitches and short boundaries.
No. Where's the next World Cup? T20?
Oh,
That's probably
God
next
knows.
year, isn't it? I mean, it comes along every 2 years now. Archer in again, big flash, no fucking run.
No slip either.
Wow. I don't think you've really.
No, I mean, the
problem with a slip is that there's no defensive shots here.
Yeah.
It's all going to be slashed at. So
usually I'm all for slip, but not in this case because everything is just being
going to go
as you say,
unless it's a very
swings.
fine nick, in which case it's probably going to go to the keeper. It's going to go over slip anyway.
Yeah.
Isn't it? But don't you have to have 1 or 2 players up within certain
who
distance
knows
of the
the
bat?
regs these days? Who knows?
Certainly in ODIs you do, don't you? Last ball of Archer's second over. He's gone for 11. Probably hasn't deserved that, but hey. And Abhishek gets an inside edge this time, and that goes for 4 runs down to fine leg.
4 on the floor, and 1 more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4s are for, to get funky on
Who
the
wants to be a
dance floor.
fucking bowler in this sport? It's ridiculous. Anyway, over to you, Messi.
We have another super chat from Inakamono in Japan, who sent us 1,000 Japanese yen. It says, story of Gary's life, very nearly prescient.
That's very, very good. Very, very good. That's one of my favourite comments that we've ever had here. That's superb. You should, Jez, explain what super chats are and what good they do for Guerrilla Cricket.
Well, there's lots of people putting messages up for us on YouTube, but we don't get a chance to read them all out. But if you are able to send some money with it in the form of a super chat by clicking the $sign at the bottom, we guarantee to pick it up.
I'm nearly out of the game here, aren't I? In fact, I am out of the game. There you go. My 13.5 has been proved wrong. Suryavanshi, I think it was a slightly slower ball. It was a slightly slower ball. In fact, it was a slower ball. Suryavanshi, who's got a very quick eye because he's a young lad, saw that very early and smashed it over long on the twist.
That would be a 12 in KP's language. That went a fucking mile.
I felt the Mark Nicholas on my shoulder giving me the ooh massive, because that was indeed massive. It's not hype, is it? It's not hype.
It's not hype. He's got a fucking amazing eye.
He's got a pretty good bat as well, by the looks of it.
Well, everyone's got a good bat.
Yeah, everyone does.
I was looking at prices of bats during a test match. Oh, that one's hitting on the pad. He's trying to swing it over the leg side. And then there's a shot at the stumps, which hits the stumps, but he's well.
But this, we should point out, this is one of the advantages because he and indeed Abhishek Sharma, although he's not actually connecting with the ball, they're trying to hit it so hard that the fielders are out on the edge of the circle, so as soon as there's a kind of miss-hit or hits the pad, you can get through for a single.
But I was looking at bats during one of the tests.
£1,000, I hear.
Yeah, 1,000. The most expensive grey nickels was like
I'd want the Forest.
1,150.
I want the Forest for that. Never mind just the bat.
Ridiculous. I could plant a few trees. Well, that's going to be 6. No, it's not. It's going to be 4 over cover. Abhishek finally gets hold of one. Lamps out through the covers. 1 bounce, 2 to 4. Third boundary, 4.
4. 4. 4. F-O-R.
I mean, it went very square and it slid off the kind of face of the bat. I was expecting a man to be there on the cover. You know,
Well, you only
sweeper.
got 2 out, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
You put them somewhere usually behind square.
It was a mishit, but enough on it. 32 without loss.
Flashed out this time, he misses it. It's through to the keeper and there is no run.
I think Tongue should be round the wicket, cramping him for room here. I really do. Because now they're starting to line it up a bit more. It's a free hit with bowling wide of the off stump, where if Tongue comes in, goes round the wicket and can get it under the armpit, it's a much harder ball for a left-hander to hit.
I'm sure they'll swing it anyway, Gary.
Well, they might do, but it is harder to do.
Yeah, true.
Oh, he is round the wicket now.
And that's full, and that's gone straight back over the bowler's head and over the off, long off.
Some might say almost prescient, but the thing about that ball was not its line but its length. I mean, it's a half volley. They get hit regardless.
Yeah, that's it.
The hotel's quite
I should
full.
say that we do have a super chat from Barrett Badshaw, who sent us €2 for Chunky on the dance floor this time.
Chunky on the dance floor, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, they're playing the Indian song at the moment because it's travelling.
It is. Last ball of the over. It's full again and driven out through the covers. No one out there. I think that's going to get hauled in. Is it going to get hauled in? Just.
Yes.
He was at Will Jacks, I think. And they'll get back for 3, I believe. Yeah. Don't see many of those in the IPL, do you?
Will Jacks was almost fixing the boundary Toblerone before he threw the ball in there. Did you see?
Yeah.
Well, 41 suddenly off of 4 overs. And they had about, 13 off of 2?
Yeah.
That over
Most
went
of that
for
was
quite
extras.
a lot. That went for 15, 18, that over.
So Leah says the next T20 World Cup is in 2028 and will be in Emutopia and Kiwiland. That is the Antipode.
Ah.
Well, that'd be interesting. Hopefully, have really long boundaries for that.
Yeah, well, generally speaking, even in India, the World Cup boundaries were much longer than the IPL boundaries.
Well, the Sri Lankan ones were, but the IPLs weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, the Indian ones weren't that much longer. It ended up.
Well, it depended on the ground.
Yeah.
If the ground was big enough, it was. But yeah,
Well,
and some of the New Zealand grounds are fairly small as well.
Yeah, T20 at the MCG would be quite fun.
Yeah,
A lot of catches on the boundary there, I'd imagine, if they keep them out.
Yeah,
which they should do. They should make the game more bowler friendly.
Leah says, I can't wait to see Surivanshi in red ball cricket. He's such a joy to watch.
Well, it'd be interesting. Does he do red ball cricket? Well, we got the next over. Is anyone out there? No one out there. There's some man at long off though. Will Jacks has started bowling, and his first ball has been splattered out over the boundary to the boundary for 4 more.
There's always room over extra cover.
Well, it certainly is with only 2 men out.
Well, Surivanshi only has an average of 17.25 in first-class matches, a top score of 93.
Barely played any though, hasn't he?
Yeah, only 8 matches. Yeah.
Down the track. Oh, now is that square? Is anyone out there? Anyone out there? No. Again, it's out over cover. Slight miss hit, but the same result. 4 more. Fuck, this is boring. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've forgotten how dispiriting T20 is if you're a bowler.
Well, 4 runs off about 10 balls from Abhishek, but it shows you how you can catch up because he's now got 25 off 18.
That's flatter. Oh, just over the head of the bowler. Miss hit. They're going to just run the single, I think. Yeah, it's just the 1 run. Down to long off. Miss hit over the top of the bowler. Only just cleared the bowler.
Yeah, he kind of played inside out there, like he was kind of returning serve in a doubles match or something. It's a curious stroke, but the boy wonders on strike again.
Surivanshi phasing up Will Jacks in his pads. Oh, look at that. It's a dot ball. My God. Up to mid-on. And there is no run.
I expect the nerves he would inevitably have had making his debut for India have dissipated somewhat now.
Got a couple of sixes, I'm sure they have. Down the track
That's
he comes. No, I don't know if he is.
Well, it is
Oh,
out.
he is out. Maybe he didn't plant his putback. Suryavanshi comes charging down the wickets. Will Jacks is far too wily for him. And he bowls a flat one a little bit wide, and he's in no position to get to the pitch. Gets him. He looks like he's about to cry. He gets stumped by who's keeping for it actually?
Butler.
Is it Butler?
Butler.
Okay. And the first wicket falls, and it is the kid, and it is one of these.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you're out.
That was the first time either batsman has left his crease.
Yeah. Oh, he's out by a long way. He tries to get his foot back.
He's so slow, Butler, getting the...
Well, it is in super slow mo.
Yeah, I know, but he does have... He did have the time, to be fair. I don't understand how keepers stand so far back, so they've got to then really reach to get the bails off. We've seen a lot of excellent wicket keeping this summer, mainly from Tom Blundell, and last summer's gone, it was Alex Carey, and they are right over the stumps. And Butler, who's still to me a manufactured keeper, I know he's been wicket keeping since he was a schoolboy, but it still looks like he's got to learn how to do it every time he goes out in the middle. He has to get a bit close to the stumps there, because there'll be tighter stumpings than that.
Yeah, there will be, and he'll miss them. Anyway, next man out is this man.
Well, it's time for Ish and Kish and Cousins.
Who's also a manufactured keeper, of course.
Yes.
He'll be keeping in this match.
They don't really have to do a lot to keep in this
No.
game, do you?
No, but if you're going to play as many spinners as are playing in this match, it is worth having a keeper who can get the job done.
Well, Will Jacks comes in. First ball, look at that. It's a forward defensive. Haven't seen one of those. That's a novelty. Defended out into the covers. Ends that over. Went 4-4-1 dot wicket dot.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad recovery from Will
Smart bowling change from Harry Brook.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, I think a lot of the batting has been pretty brainless. I mean, yes, hit hard, but not intelligent, in my view. Anyhow, Muttley says, Wolf afternoon, primates. Glad I'm not late. I was at the Reptile SGO shop getting bits for the Dart Frog enclosure.
Dart frog? Aren't they the ones that have hallucinogenic shit on their backs?
Quite
You
possibly.
lick them.
You
Yeah.
lick them? Or are they the
Love on
ones...
sausages.
Or are they the ones that they make poison out of in the Amazon
Oh,
for the
God.
arrows? One or the other.
I don't know. The only frogs I'm interested at the moment are demolishing all comers in the USA.
Yeah.
France,
Leah points
yeah.
out that this Wonder Boy made his first class debut at 13 years of age.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, isn't it?
Well, there was that wonder kid in India who made like 400, didn't he, or 500 or something when he was a kid. Abhishek, next ball, first ball of Sam Curran, who's into the attack. He gets walloped back over his head for 4 more runs. God, tedious. One of these, bowler.
Oh, hey, Sam Curran's gotta shine now. How does he have to play to get some runs now? How many can he make?
We kind of need Knackle for this, but I think Mohammad Ashrafal made his debut at 13 or something.
No, I don't think that's a wide. Oh, I think that's a bit harsh. It's a wide from Sammy Curran. I thought that wasn't. I thought that was inside the line. But hey, the umpire gave it out. Can we review that?
Nah, not in T20Is, only in the IPL. I
Yeah, of course, only in the IPL.
think. Well, it stretches it, doesn't it?
Well, of course. Adds a few more ad breaks in.
Yes.
Which is what the fucking hydration break does in the World Cup. It's a fucking disgrace, that. Now that's gone a long way up, and I'm not sure it's gone a long way back.
There's
fuck.
your fly slip.
There's your fly slip. Even a third man who doesn't seem to be in. It's gone over the top of them, and it's gone for only one run. And we had a third man earlier. I don't know where he's gone.
I mean, it's been so obvious the way Abhishek's been playing that that's the most likely place for the ball to land, and it's landed there twice now.
That or over the boundary.
Yeah.
Well, Kishan will face up to Sammy Curran. I thought it was supposed to be start of a heat wave today. It doesn't feel like it. Sammy Curran is in. Oh my word, that's a traditional cut shot along the ground out to sort of the point cover area for a single.
Sunny in London, Bear. Very colourful coming through town. It is Pride weekend.
Ah, of course.
And I can tell you that in central London, it's like a gigantic opening night for a West End musical.
Brilliant. I have sad news from Muttley about the dart frogs. He says, sorry to spoil it for you, Bear, but due to what they eat in the wild making them poisonous, not being what they eat in captivity, they don't get poisonous or hallucinogenic.
Oh, that's disappointing. Abhishek goes... Oh, I thought there'd be someone out there, but there isn't. Well, there is. There's Jofra at long on, but he's not that wide. Down the track and across went Abhishek, and he hoiked Sam Curran. Wide, long on. 4 more runs. I'm bored of playing jingles already.
Power play, Bear.
Yeah, last over the power play this time.
Yeah, I mean, at Sam Curran's pace, that can happen because he's absolutely fetched that from right outside off stump, and you can fetch 80-mile-an-hour bowling. You can't fetch 88-mile-an-hour bowling.
You know, funnily enough, there were people. Now that Stokesy's retired, Sam Curran is in full, driven down the ground. I bet Archer's too wide. He is too wide now. And that one went straight, and it's 4 more.
There's not
End
one
of the
more
over.
for me. I must have 2 or 3. I need 4.
You can't judge any bowler on power play cricket in T20, especially against India. You're just in a coconut shy, really.
I know, basically. But there were a few people calling for him to be captain of the Test side.
Well,
He should be in the mix, I reckon.
Yeah, there's so
Steve
few
Bruce.
candidates. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Steve Bruce says, afternoon, legends. So good to have you with us throughout the summer. Just lounging in my sun lounger, iron brew in hand, can't beat it. Michelle Pfeiffer says, that's what I've been dreaming about here in Australia. I have to settle for a beer and a blanket wrapped around me.
Well, I forgot there was a wide in that over too. And the 7th ball of the over, Abhishek hoiked it out to count. Deep mid-wicket, actually.
Yeah, it was a full toss, and he didn't get hold of it. Got a bit of an inside edge.
And was caught.
Caught by Josh
Tom
Banton. No, Tom Banton.
Out in the deep. So Abhishek goes 43 off of not many, but he is now finally gone. And it's good. Sky isn't in this squad either, is he? Anyway, it's one of these.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Not just Sky, but no Jaiswal either. No Rohit.
Well, Rohit.
I know he's long gone, but he does hold the record number of sixes, doesn't he, in international cricket?
Yeah, but I mean, he's old now.
He still hits a ball.
He didn't do much. Didn't do much in the IPL. That's why I can remember.
So one more over for us flange of gorillas, and then there'll be a changeover.
There will be.
Matley points out that despite all that, his frogs still look cool as fuck. Lick Mafia says, now imagine Virat having an average of 63 in T20 internationals in England. It's insane. And Leah says, I love Ishan's signature hot orange tiger gloves.
Oh. Well, we're out of the power play and we have a new bowler. And I'll give this jingle after this ball, which is Ishan Kishan, who pushes it out to long on, and it's a single. And it is this man.
Wait and wait, and then you wait and wait, and then you wait and wait.
Liam Dawson.
Who has retired from red ball cricket entirely, now just plays the white ball stuff.
Okay, he's franchising it. He's a franchise mercenary for the rest of his career. Well, there was a point actually that Jason said when we were talking about Sam Curran as Test cricket captain. That one, Shreyas Iyer, who is a new batsman, who will get a jingle shortly, glides it past the man who is Ada Rashid. That's sort of deep gully / short third man.
Good shot, actually.
Yeah, it's well guided. Gets himself 4 more runs. The batsman is.
Try as I am, you've been down too long.
The IPL. Plays on out to cover and there is no run.
When he hits it hard, but he hits it clean. Oh, you see what I mean. He'll take the game away.
Defend. Oh well, yeah, it works out into the leg side to a vacant fucking mid wicket, and they'll get 2 runs. 2 runs to a vacant mid wicket. Everyone's out in a fucking deep.
To a new batsman, albeit he's the Indian captain, but they should realise it's neither of the hard-hitting openers on strike now. It's 2 batters trying to make their way. These little details really, even with the amount of coaches that they've got, there's 3 of them I saw on the balcony.
It's quite standard shit in the T20 to be fair, Gary. That one is driven up too long off for a single. It's a totally different game, isn't it?
But there's McCullum, there's Saudi, and there's Sarah Taylor all on the balcony. Surely some of them should be saying to them, remember, new batsman comes in, don't need to have the fielders on the edge of the circle, we can afford to bring people in. But somehow this sort of stuff just never seems to penetrate.
Ishan Kishan decided that bat was no good for this wicket, and he's got another one come out.
It's about the vibe, though, isn't it? Surely it's about the vibe.
It's vibes, man. It's vibes.
I've got no idea McCallum does. I have no idea how he's still coach.
They got Roy Ayres. It's all about the vibes. Dawson, last ball. It's flat into the pads. Clipped by Ishan Kishan out to the man in the deep. He's Phil Salt. Cowish. And it'll be 1 to end the over, and he will retain the strike.
And I shall step aside for Al.
Oh right, yeah, we're having a change now. Do you know how to change the picture set? No, okay, don't worry, I'll do it.
Okay.
Al and
hello, Al.
Arnav.
Goodbye. See you later.
All right, boys. You 2 chat. I'm going to go and change the picture set.
Okay. Hi, Al. Well, it's 74 for 2 after 7. I don't think the attitude's going to change an awful lot, considering we're not in the power play anymore. It will be Adil Rashid who's going to come into bowl this 8th over. Moving out of his traditional either short third man or short fine leg fielding position. Ishan Kishan's going to take strike with his brand new bat. He's on 3. So Rashid's going to come in over the wicket. Slightly back of a length, able to be played through mid-wicket. Fielder in the deep will just start us off with a single.
And the bowler is...
Adil Rashid on the 45. Adil Rashid on the 45. Adil Rashid on the 45. Adil Rashid on the 45.
Adil can turn it both ways. That one is slow and short of a length, heaved through deep mid-wicket, and will bisect 2 fielders for one of these.
And 1 more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4s are for. To get funky on the dance floor.
Oh, Navi seems to have an awful lot of time to play that.
We know it's a T20 when one jingle leads into another, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he did have some time. He rocked very well onto his back foot and just placed it between the fielders and the leg side.
This one is on Sharias's hip. He will play it to short leg and take a single. 6 off the first 3 balls.
A bit of a welcome to international cricket moment for Vaibhav earlier, wasn't it? Trying to come down the track so soon in the innings to Will Jacks, who knows him from the IPL. So
this one outside the off stump of Ishan, who will cut this to deep point for a single. He's now on 5, Sharias on 12, score 81 for 2. Yeah, I think it's I mean, it's fascinating to consider at that age the expectation of it just seems otherworldly somehow. As Rashid is in again, slow again, played through vacant mid wicket. They'll would have ran the first, looking for 2, but there'll just be a single. And we've got 1 ball left of this over. Banton doing the work in the deep.
Do either of you know when Adil Rashid made his debut for England?
Oh, it seems like 100 years ago. It feels like
yeah,
that. This one maybe slightly quicker. Oh, half a chance there for maybe a caught and bowl. Didn't miss Rashid by much. Goes down to long on at a rate of knots. There'll be a single. 9 off the over. 83 for 2 Bear.
Extra Fluffo says Ireland beat the Wobblies and the what's that say? Egyptians beat the Crockeroos. Not a good day.
There was is that? I'm assuming the Crockeroos. It means we're talking football there.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that wasn't surprising, was it? Surprising they went to a bloody extra time. But it went to penalties, didn't it? In the end?
It did go to penalties.
I watched it and I still can't remember. But yes, I thought Egypt should have beaten Australia with ease, but they didn't.
They didn't. Dawson will continue, slightly back of a length. Played down to long on. Banton there will field. Another single. No, they seem to kick lumps out of each other. Apparently, Colombia and Ghana were the same as well.
Oh yeah, that was a feisty match as well.
Yeah, I didn't.
2 players going off with injuries in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I watched it.
Clipped to deep mid wicket. There will be another single.
Well,
that second goal by Cape Verde, though.
Oh
my
man,
lord!
wasn't it? I mean, this is the thing. I was kind of watching the game, and I was saying before we came on air, I was kind of fell asleep about halfway through because it was late, obviously.
Dawson over the wicket will a wristy flick from Ishan. Only gets to the edge of the circle. They thought about 2, but just a single. 3 singles so far. What are you saying, Ben?
And there was a kind of shout and holler from the commentators after I was kind of half asleep, and I assumed that was Argentina scoring a second. And then my son phoned me to pick him up from a party at 1 in the morning, and there was like 5 minutes left, and it was 1-1. I was like, wow.
Clipped through a very vacant mid-wicket area. There's deep mid-wicket though, and Bethel will fire the ball in, but nothing preventing a 4th single.
So I got in a car to go and pick him up, and of course I couldn't find it on the radio because it's only got FM, and actually the radio dial's pretty knackered in that car. So I eventually got it up on BBC website, which is hooked into the car, and then the Argentinians with fans were already singing, and then I found it's 2-1. I was like, oh fuck, they're not going to come back again. And then on the way back they scored again. I was like, wow.
Slightly more in the slot, played with menace, but only down to long on. Single again. 5 singles off the over. If you're England, you'll take that. 88 for 2 is the score. 1 ball left in the 9th. I've heard kind of the TV commentary and the radio commentary. The radio commentary is great. Dawson's going to come around the wicket to Sharias, and he will play this out towards deep cover. 6 singles. England will take that. It's 89 for 2. Yeah, it was the joy of him going, oh my god. It's just like I can only emote. I can't actually describe to you what's just happened.
Exactly.
I thought it was ace.
And
nobody expected him to shoot from that angle as well.
No, exactly.
That's where you would cross the ball from. Yeah.
But unfortunately, they didn't manage it. It would have been fun if they had knocked out Argentina. They certainly knew they were in a game, didn't they? Right, anyway, back to this. Tired with Devlin says, I love watching useless England lose on any format. Most putrid side going around. Oof.
Well, we've got all the formats for you this summer.
Indeed.
Stick around.
Rashid made his international debut in 2009, says Leah to you.
Oh my god, wow, that's almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah,
it's a long time ago.
These two should focus on hitting it into the gaps and going for 2s rather than playing it with a hard hand. Then what they did last over.
Feels like there's 2s there. Sam Curran back of a leg. Sharias vaguely aims the bat, just kind of a waft, and it will go to square leg for a single. He's on 17.
Why is Jasper injured, or is he just having a rest? Is that why he's not on his tour?
Just a rest. I think it's giving the others a chance.
Fair enough.
Don't need him.
Well,
Kind of, yeah.
kind of.
Plus, I think it was said that he's only going to be playing in white ball. He's only going to be playing ODIs for India till the World Cup is done. So we don't expect to see him in T20s at all.
Oh,
So-
right.
The next year's tournament is a 50-over World Cup.
Okay.
Current in wide. Cut away by Ishan. I thought it was kind of more outside half of the bat, but it's flown past a wideish third man for one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What a cut shot that was, Arna.
That was a lovely shot. I was just about to say, both of them being test batters, they have a wide range of shots and they should start playing them now because this is a big ground. A lot of runs to be scored.
Yeah.
All over the park.
Not great bowling either.
Back of a length again, just tap and go from Ishan. He'll move the score on his score on to 14 and the total on to 95 as we approach the halfway mark.
So when is the World Cup next year? Is it in the first half of the year or is it sort of September,
I think so.
October?
It's in South Africa and Namibia.
Yeah, so will it be
Probably in the
effort that
second half of
information.
the year.
Yeah, second half. Well, yeah, exactly. It won't be in winter, which will be over our summer, won't it? So it'll either be at the beginning of the year or the end of the year.
October to November 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long time for work.
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's going to be a bouncer, which Sharias turns and pulls all the way along the floor. They'll take a single. 7 off the over so far.
Well,
This pair looks so much more comfortable running between the wickets than Abhishek and Vaibhav were.
They didn't
Well,
look
they
like they didn't really look like they wanted to run much, to be fair.
Yeah.
True.
There's a lot of big swishing.
Boundary
Yeah.
or bust, wasn't it, really? As seems to
It's
be...
like watching someone play golf for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, a genuine play and miss from Ishan outside the outs. Misses the outside edge through to the keeper. We've got one ball left of this 10th over.
We haven't seen a moon ball yet, have we?
Nope.
That was
Probably in the
slower ball.
death overs. It's probably saving it for later.
You've got to throw one in there. He only got 4 overs.
Maybe now, last ball of the over.
Possibly, yeah.
Here he is. Last ball of the over. Slower ball again. Can't get through a short cover. And that's the end of the over. 2 dots to finish. 96 for 2 at halfway.
Dr. Science says, I wanted to see Rashid in the Test Series versus New Zealand. He was in the squad. Probably can bat a bit better than Bashir too. He wasn't in the squad.
Wasn't in the squad, but I agree with batting better.
He certainly can bat better. As we always
Yeah.
say, he's got like 9 first-class tons, isn't he, or something. So he can bat a bit, but I don't think he even plays first-class cricket anymore for Yorkshire, does he?
Who's the spinning all-rounder that they've announced in the England squad for the ODIs? Because they were talking about him being a potential replacement for Stokes.
Sorry? Rayan Ahmed?
No.
Another one. Is it that Indian or Australian Indian or something like that? Spin bowler?
Australian Indian playing for England.
Well, I don't know if he's... Yeah, he's
Well, that would
probably
be
Indian,
something.
but, you know, yeah, exactly. Anyway, I saw Rash's debut, says Eric, at Scarborough, and only remember Nick Knight shaking his head as he walked back after being dismissed. An extra fluffer also says, wish Mrs. Curran would feed her son more. Why? Because he's skinny. And that's it, we're up to date.
James Coles, that was it.
Oh yeah, James
James
Coles.
Coles, okay.
Yeah, he's in this squad too, but I didn't realise is he a spinner or is he a
Yeah,
pacer?
apparently.
Oh, is
Someone, I thought I read that he was a spinning all-rounder.
Yep, Gary says
Yeah.
he is. Is
They
he any
reckon
good,
the-
Gary? He's more of a bat than a bowler, says Gary. Gary says there's no room for him or Bethel in the same team. He doesn't think.
Well,
And
they
Gary
reckon-
is the fog of all knowledge when it comes to these things, as we all know.
Well, they reckon that Bethel might open for the ODIs.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow, that would be nice.
No Crawley in the ODI squad.
Well, yeah, that's unsurprising.
That'd be nice. Him versus Arshdeep and Bumrah would be nice.
Is Bumrah in the ODI squad over here then?
I'm hoping so. They still haven't announced it yet, so I'm hoping.
There's only 3 ODIs and there's 5 T20s. And
Yeah,
2 ODIs.
yeah. It should be the other way around, honestly. I don't know what this is. What kind of scheduling this is?
This is just for TV, isn't it? This is just for the ECB to fill up its coffers by selling TV rights to India, much like the IPL is just making money out of TV. Presumably that's why they got invited.
Seeing how we had one innings washed away in the first one, like it's not a good look. The timing of the series as well.
Well, it is the height of our summer, to be fair. You can't really not have it in summer, and we do get rain in summer. So I guess that was a bit unfortunate considering where we have been with the weather recently.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we're going to start the second half of this first inning. So we've had our hydration break.
Yeah, that was a cheeky one. They didn't say it, but it was a long break.
Yeah, hydration break brought to you by Bear Hates Hydration Breaks.
Absolutely.
It's going to be Adil Rashid to continue. Shiraz will play with a straight bat down the ground. He'll take a single. He's on 19. Run rate at 9.5.
We're looking at 200, 220 here, aren't we? And I think we can get some wickets. Yeah, easy.
Rashid's
but
bowling
I'd say
his second over. Here he comes over the wicket. Pushed across Ishan, batting left-handed. He will play that out to deep point for a single. He's on 15.
Ishan's being very subdued, really, for Ishan.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think they're just looking to hang around until the 15th over, because unless these two put up decent scores, I don't see it going to 220.
Or at least one of them. This one more on leg stump. Played out to a wide long on. Move everything on by 1. 99 for 2.
Well, they've still got Tilak Verma, Shivam Dubey still to bat, aren't they? Who else is in there? Was that pretty much it? Axar Patel?
Axar, yeah. Wow, that's
comes in before Harshit
two more left-handers.
This one way more lofted. Big swing by Ishan. And is that out? No. A dropped catch at deep. Deep square leg.
No, deep mid wicket, but
deep mid wicket. Sorry.
He was 10 yards
in
off the
well
boundary.
inside. Yeah.
Phil Salt, Bear's favourite.
Yeah.
Not at mid wicket, but at deep mid wicket.
He's one of the most polarizing fielders I've seen. He takes a blinder one day and then he drops what seems like a regulation catch.
He was in a good 15-20 yards looking to prevent the single, and it's just gone over his head, and all Salt could do was palm it over the crossbar, really.
Yeah.
This one short of a length wide outside the off stump, and Ishan will cream that through extra cover. Back-to-back fours.
Now my innings going, great guns, I hit the ball, 4 runs, I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
If the first one was lucky, this one was anything but.
That was a pretty sharp ball, wasn't it? Short and wide.
Yeah, begging for it. Down the track it comes. Little pitching wedge over Rashid's head. It'll be stopped at the boundary by Banton at long on, but that will be a single. So 8 and 4 is 12. 108 for 2 is your total after 11.
Right. Where are we at? This is on Channel 5, says Tim Wilton Davis. It is indeed. It's presumably to get some sort of interest in England. Leah says Sri Lanka are going along relatively easy at North-South, 351 for 5. Yeah, and that's the second test, isn't it? Till Wilton Davis says the best protein powder I found is plant-based. Do you snort it? Asks Estra Fuffo. Could do, says Tim Wilton Davis. Just add creatine for extra zest, says Tim Wilton Davis. Nice.
Tongue back into the attack. Full delivery on leg stump though. Just played out to win wicket, there was definitely a thought, more than a thought. No, they did take 2.
Yeah, they did.
By the time
Finally seeing them push for the second run, that's good.
They're running the first one really hard, aren't they, Arno?
Yeah. They need to do more of that, as I said, especially with Josh Sung. He's going to try to switch up his lengths a lot. As we saw, he started with a Yorker. Probably going to go short soon.
This one slightly slower, but...
Oh.
No, has that been...
It was driven straight back into the stumps very hard.
And only went maybe a yard or so beyond the stumps. Which was why I was a bit confused. It went... very hard into the stumps and sort of plugged. It was, Tung had to do the fielding off his own bowling, but by the time he could get there, it hit the umpire as well. By the time he got there, they'd taken a single. So Shreyas on strike, he's on 20, Kishan on 27. Those of you who are superstitious, it's Nelson is the total.
Oh yeah.
So feet off the ground. Shorter but slower, and that's a beautiful, deft guide by Shreyas inside of short third man, and that's gone for one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was beautiful. That Arnav, he just like let it run off the face of the bat.
That's his special shot. Like, he's really good at that shot. He even plays a cut shot, through that area for fuller deliveries. So it just gets easier for him the shorter the ball gets.
115 for 2 halfway through the 12th over. This one is it wraps the hands of Shreyas. It only goes a couple of feet away from him. Tung has to run through and field off his own bowling. Shreyas is trying to take away the pain and the swelling around his fingers. There's going to be a little stop in play, but a single taken, and it's 116 for 2. Like,
as one of you mentioned earlier, the Old Trafford pitch can be quite hard, so we see the ball just flying up onto his wrist, onto his fingers here. Oh, got him straight on his fingers, jammed between handle and...
Might have even been the thumb straight on the end of it.
There was no I'll run and then I'll start waving my hand around to try and get rid of the pain. It was immediate, straight off the bat, and he's running as he's waving his hand around to get off strike. That was
as we were talking there, they just showed the graphic of the bounce difference in the bounce between Durham and Old Trafford is 19 centimeters in favor of Old Trafford, so that's quite a bit of a difference.
Yeah, that's nearly 2/3 of a foot, isn't it?
Yep.
Which is not insignificant. Right, let me do some socials here. Leah says Phil Salt is a kind of Tuftle style fielder, takes blinders, drops sitters. To which Eric J replies, "Cats are unreliable, Leah." That's very true. Tim Wilton Davis says there was a Premier League footballer who was a hod carrier, which was implied to Extra Fluffo, saying Sam Curran just needs 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, working as a brickies labourer. He'd be hard as bricks. Yeah, I do remember there was a goalkeeper, wasn't it? It was a hod carrier.
What was that? Sorry.
There was a Premier League footballer back in the day, and I think he was a goalie. He was a hod carrier, which is a brickies mate, the one where they put the V-shaped thing on their shoulder and carry the bricks.
Oh.
Vinnie Jones was a hod carrier. There you go. Well, that doesn't surprise me. He's as thick as shit, isn't he? He's got a brain, and he's got 2 brain cells to rub together. That boy. Tim Wilton Davis says, "Can we be nice about cats this month?" I don't know.
We can be nice about cats every month.
Yeah.
Although my wife, being African, thinks that cats are evil. I think it's a thing in Africa.
Aren't there some countries where cats are, given a more positive status and outlook?
Probably.
Turkey, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've got our
Turkey's gotta
our
be-
neighbours are Egyptian, and they gave us an Egyptian cat ornament for Christmas last year. It's lovely. It's in our.
Is it one of those? I don't know what it's called. The one along with the pyramids.
No, it's just a cat on its own, no pyramid.
Oh, okay.
It was lovely.
Look what it's called.
Lovely neighbours they are.
Lovely. Well, Shazra's got himself patched up by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Oh, sphinxes. Yeah, sorry. They call sphinxes the one that are built, at a larger scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half cat, half man now, aren't they, sphinxes?
He's more machine than man now.
Yeah.
So after all that, we're going to resume. Tung, 2 balls left of his third over, the 12th of the innings. He has figures of 0 for 33. He's bowled slightly better than that. Full delivery, Yorker length, but way on the pads, and Ishan will just bunt this out to deep mid-wicket for a single.
I think Tung got away with one there. Ishan could have left it and probably would have been a wide.
Feels like it's the next. Having watched a lot of baseball, and that there's a lot of talk about strike zone awareness inside baseball, and there's feels like it's the next evolution of cricket. Is that you can leave a ball in favour of one that's going to be more favourable to you next time, and we haven't quite seen that evolution yet. Last ball of this over, outside the off stump, just guided down to deep third man. There'll be a relatively easy single taken. Sirius will retain the strike on 26. It's 118 for 2.
Well, yes, Tim Wilton-Davis, I think he told us in the test match, his cat is very old. An extra fluffo asked, has yours gone over the Rainbow Bridge yet? Almost. Eric J says, Peter Bonetti, the cat. Yeah, he was a goalkeeper called the cat, wasn't he?
There's been a series of podcasts just before the World Cup that there's a theory that Gordon Banks was poisoned by CIA agents.
Say that again?
Gordon Banks was poisoned by CIA agents ahead of the 1970 World Cup quarter-final with West Germany, which put Bonetti in goal. And of course, Bonetti famously dived over Germany's second goal in their 3-2 win in that World Cup quarter-final.
But why would a CIA doing that to us?
I haven't listened to all the episodes. Dawson will come in, a flaying shot by Sirius down towards deep cover. Salt will throw the ball back in with speed, but there's still 2 taken. Sirius moves to 28. Yeah, that's all I can tell you.
Hod-carrying Premier League footballers from Tim Wilton-Davis. There was Jeff Horsfield.
Wide and outside the off stump, too short as well. Cut away by Sirius. Slightly backward of square. It will be 2 to Phil Salt again.
But there was also Vinnie Jones, as we mentioned, and Neville Southall that also did the job.
Nicknamed Pigpen in our house.
No?
So we were Pigpen.
Okay.
So we were watching a game of football, and all the rubbish had gathered at the Everton end, where Southall was, and that's short and heaved away by Sirius over cow corner, and that will go all the way for one of these.
Well, yeah, Gary was very withering about that, being a true Evertonian. He said, no, Neville Southall was a bin man. Exactly.
Yeah, so all the rubbish had gathered around Southall's end, where he was keeping in the first half. And then while they were off for half time, like the swirly wind had blown all this rubbish to the Everton end. They'd changed ends, but all this rubbish had moved as well. So we called him Pigpen out of the Peanuts cartoons. Slightly back of a length, Sirius will play it straight down the ground, and it will be a single to mid-off. He's now on 37, score 129 for 2. And it feels like this might just ever so slightly start to get away from England. If you consider the hockey stick of the run rate at the end of the innings.
Oh, would you change at the end of this over, in fact?
I think we are. Ishan comes down the track a couple of steps, and we'll play that to
The
long on
next
for a
one, I
single.
think.
You can come in now if you like. Huh? No. Yes, Gary does 767 rather than 776. Yep.
So the Bears taking his lead. Gary's going to take over doing ball by ball in 1 ball's time. This last ball of mine will be Shreyas's. 37. Not out. Dawson figures of 0 for 27. This is heaved over extra cover. Now, where will that come down? It will come down in the safe hands of Tom Banton.
Good catch.
A great catch. Shreyas 37 and out. And at the end of 13, it's 130, but for 3.
Yeah, England needed that. They really did, and I need this.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
And you have the feeling that India were on the launch pad to start going at sort of 10s, 12s, even 16s and over. But that dismissal of their captain for 37 off 22 may just delay that for an over, maybe half an over, which can obviously make a difference of 10, 15 runs by the end of the innings. So they needed that, did England, and they have a new batter to deal with, who is, I think, Shivam Dube.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got here.
You're Shivam Dube, treat the bowlers roughly. He's got the skills you need, and he's quite buff, really. He's hitting sixes, not making duck eggs. So take this guy on if you feel like getting clubbed.
And that's reminded me, it is of course Shivam Dube, and Dube, it's over to you, Jez.
Eric J says, yes, the, quote, food poisoning of Banks occurred in Mexico in 1970. It's a weird conspiracy theory to have, but you know, I guess takes all sorts. What will the target for England be, says Farong? 230 to 250? I think not that much. I think 7 overs, 130, 210 to 220, I'm thinking.
And Ishan just chops this first delivery of the over from Jofra, who's back on to the third man. He doesn't look entirely at ease with himself or with the game, Jofra, today. Of course, he is a man who wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he's bowled well, there's no doubt about that, but he's looked like the world is a little against him. I don't think any fast bowler enjoys bowling in the kind of wind that we can see sort of rippling a marquee in the distance. But it's Dube's first ball now, and I do hope the field is in relatively tight here, saving the one. I think Harry Brooks just raised a finger to make sure they're on the one. And Archer is in. It's a short one. It's hit in the air, looping, and there is no short mid-wicket. How can there be no short mid-wicket to a man on naught?
There's 3 saving 1 on the offside, but no one saving 1 on the leg side.
And Dube had no idea about that ball. It was on him too quickly. He closed his eyes, turned his head. I was going to say it could have gone anywhere, but it was always going to short mid-wicket, and nobody there. Well, Jofra won't be best pleased by that. Through for a single, as this is wide outside off stump, and it's chopped very hard, but there's a man who's, I think, Phil Salt out there, who is sweeping. It's just a single. This has been a very good half over from Jofra. He really should have a wicket from it as it is. He's got 1-1-1. And India go to 133 for 3 halfway through the 13th over, so there's a lot of threes there. And Harry Brook, to his credit, is actually talking a bit to Jofra here, saying, no doubt, just keep at it, son. It's coming, don't get too upset. And he's in again, it's Jofra, close to the umpire, and he beats a hideous slog from Dubé. And Jofra is again demonstrating that he thinks the world is against him. But come on, lad, you're bowling really, really well.
There is a really small gap between Dubé's pads and the leg stump, and Archer's found it.
Yeah. Well, so far I've seen Dubé face 2 balls. I don't think he was looking at either of them, to be honest, for different reasons. Head in the clouds there, trying to hit the ball from Manchester to Wythenshawe, and didn't like a bumper first up.
It's meant to be see ball, hit ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not hit ball, then see ball.
Yeah, quite right, Al, quite right. As Archer is in again, 3 dots, 3 ones and a dot so far in this over, and that's clattered, but again with absolutely no timing from Dubé, back past Archer and the through for a single. Archer was England's man of the series against New Zealand. Given England's series, that was not such an accolade, but had he played at Lord's and had he had better support in the field, his figures would have been much better. He was really very, very good, and he's been very good today too. He's in again, finish the over. That's, oh dear, that was a wide full toss, any kind of bat on it, and it's sliding through the vacant first slip. It's gone for 4, and India are 138 for 3, 14 gone, and Jez.
There's been a lot of discussion around US independence and hiding of some minor barbs, which we don't really need to bring in. Tim Bolton Davis just says, "Happy birthday, America," which seems fair enough. Tactical Koki says they should have made an Club jingle for Stokes and Atkinson. That means nothing to me, I'm sorry.
It's a song of yesteryear, Jez.
Of yesteryear, but
yeah.
how? Not enough yesteryears for me.
Well, yeah, it's far back, but not far back as you might be thinking about.
Possibly.
Well, we're seeing some projected scores here. Keep going at the rate they are, 197, 10 and over, which essentially is where they are, gives 198. So some key overs to be bowled, and it's Will Jacks round the wicket to the left-handed. They all seem to be left-handed Dubé, who again can't middle the ball, and dribbles out to backward square leg, but there's a single anywhere on the leg side, and they take it. There's a lesson here for England, is that no batter has gone in and timed the ball from the off here. What I would suggest England batters do is have 2 or 3 balls just to have a look at it. Don't get yourself out trying to hit your second ball for 6, and then it gets easier. As Ishan Kishan clips this again to the single that's offered on the leg side. I don't really understand why they can't afford 1 man in on the leg side, but the Brains Trust must know more about the game than I do.
It did turn, but kind of slow tennis ball type spin.
The ball hasn't turned very much at all. What we did see early on is a bit of swing, but I suspect as much from the wind as from the delivery. We've seen 1 or 2 slower balls. Sam Curran was quite good on the slower balls. And
some open heart surgery on the ball, Gary.
Yeah. The umpire's got his Christmas cracker gift. If you buy your Christmas crackers at Waitrose, you'll get gifts like those little nail clippers, and you should use that to take a bit of the seam away. Again, there's absolutely no timing from Dubé, and the ball trickles out to Tom Banton, who fields it at mid-on, but because it's hit into the onside, they get a single. So there's been 3 singles. As one sees Farouk Engineer in the crowd there, once the master of all he surveyed at Old Trafford, Lancashire's wicket-keeper of the 1970s. No timing at all from Ishan Kishan, but hoiked into the leg side. Phil Salt does the fielding. This is unedifying stuff, Al.
you know the Two Ronnie sketch where it's the mastermind and it's answering the question before last.
Yeah.
They are playing the ball before last, aren't they?
You might be right here. What kind of artist? Pass? No, but close enough. This is hit in the air. Is he going to be put out of his misery? No, he's not. He mistimed it so badly that it dropped in front of Tom Banton, and another single. I mean, Dubé is batting so badly here. I might be inclined to say, well, why don't you turn around and bat right-handed? He can't do much worse, mate. But Ishan Kishan's on strike, and what happens at the ends of overs like this is that this one goes to the boundary, and it's been hit very, very hard, but it's well fielded at Cow Corner by Phil Salt again, and flings the ball back in. Pretty good over there from Will Jacks, with some contributory negligence from the slogging but failing Indian batsman. 6 off it. Jez.
Tactical Koki says Messi in the club is the true form which Shivam Dubé's jingle has been made. 24-hour party people, 66 and 55. The Soccer World Cup music is abysmal. Tim Wilton Davis just says, I am titanium. And also, America must have only a dozen songs. Ventura Highway on repeat, says it. This is all a bit sort of tangential.
When the teams come out, they come out to Sirius by the Alan Parsons Project. So nothing recent.
I shall call it the Alan Parsons Project. Yes. Speaking of titanium, we have a tattoo studio 3 doors down, and I was explaining to the bear that I called in earlier.
Oh, you're getting one, are you?
No, I feel that my tattoo days are... I'm just too old for tattoos. Not that I would ever want them. I can't even bear any jewellery, rings, nothing for me. But speaking of titanium, as Sam Curran is in, that's wide of the off stump, a hideous slog by Ishan Kishan, who misses. I was speaking about my elder boy who smashed up his ankle a couple of years ago and has got 4 titanium screws and a titanium plate in there. And he was advised by his surgeon to get a tattoo explaining what's inside his ankle, because if ever it needs treating or anything like that, they won't need to open it up, and they'll just look at the tattoo and it will explain what's inside. So I was inquiring as to whether she could do it down there. Turns out she can. As that's a horrible ball from Sam Curran, and it is a wide. You could see that go outside the blue line, and Josh Butler, as is his wont, fails to take it cleanly, and Curran goes back to his mark and is going to have to bowl it again. There's been a distinct lack of boundaries since I've come on the mic here.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what you've done.
Yeah, don't know what I've done. I think it's more
You've
that
broken it.
The Indian batters are trying to hit the ball too hard.
It was all working fine before you got here.
Well, it was. This is outside off stump, and again is missed by Ishan Kishan. That's one of Homer Simpson's 3 rules, isn't it, for the workplace? It was all right when I got here. Great idea, boss. And I can't remember what the third one was, but they're. I bet they don't tell you that on LinkedIn, but they probably should. And he's definitely trying to hit that too hard there. The bat finished almost back round his head.
It's not the shot for the ball.
It's not the shot for the ball.
No.
It's not the shot for the conditions, because the pitch is a bit too paced. We've seen that. The wind is blowing hard. It's not a ground conditions in which you can just line the ball up as it leaves the bowler's hand and think it will be there. All I need to do is throw my hands through it. And England again should be learning from this. Curran is in. That's on the leg stump, and it's missed by Ishan Kishan, who actually pulled out of a pull, and goes through to Josh Butler.
It's safe to say, Tone, that when safe to say, Gary, that when I went to Old Trafford to watch the Australia-South African women's game in the Women's World Cup, I saw Australia's women bat better than India are batting at the minute. Yeah, well, that was a decent ball from Curran, because it came out the side of the hand. He has a number of slower balls, and it was the one that comes out the side of the hand. And again,
Decent bowling from Curran. He's mixing it up. That one was shorter, quicker outside the leg stump, and Ishan Kishan was trying to fetch it into the leg side and got a bottom edge through to the keeper.
This probably is a appropriate moment to mention that we will be covering the Women's World Cup final tomorrow evening.
It is an appropriate moment to mention that. At Lords, I think it is it? Lords?
It is indeed. Yeah. Should be a great game. Both teams are unbeaten, I think, aren't they?
Here's Curran again. This is outside the off stump. It's another hideous slog and an inside edge. It goes to backward square and they're through for a single. And here's a crucial ball. It's the 7th of the over because of the wide. Dubé is looking to hit the ball, looking to get on strike. If England can bowl a dot or a single here, the impact of that may go into the remaining 4 overs of the match. If he hits this for 6, it will give a rush of confidence. So I feel this is not quite a kind of inflection point or whatever they call it, but I think this is a ball more important than the simple description of the last of the 16th over suggests. There is a fly slip in there. As Curran's in, it's launched high. It's up in the air. Is anyone underneath it? Is anyone underneath it? Is anyone underneath it? There it is, and it is caught. Well, we felt, or I certainly felt, something was going to happen from that ball. Sam Curran won his Russian roulette there. Shivam Dubé, after a shocking innings really, just hit it in the air, mid-off. Tom Banton steadied himself, took an easy catch, and this is going away from India.
Could I describe that as almost prescient, Gary?
No, you can describe it as prescient, because it was one time when it wasn't just almost prescient. So we'll give it a jingle. That was an undistinguished innings from Shivam Dubé. 5 off 7.
Blessedly short.
Blessedly short. Yes, that sounds like one of those. Do we have a female Archbishop of Canterbury? I think we do.
We do.
I'm sure she is blessedly short, certainly in comparison to her exclusively male predecessors. So we have a new batter at the crease, and it is a man who shares a surname with one of England's most distinguished actresses. It is this man.
At the rise of the sun, he emerges inside. He hides in the night. Tilak Varma.
It is indeed Tilak Varma, but he's not on strike because Will Jacks, who I think has also bowled very well in this match, has got Ishan Kishan at the other end. Ishan Kishan's got 39 off 33. That's not really what the doctor ordered. And he's surely LBW. No. Why is there no appeal even? Has he hit it? He missed an awful slog trying to hit it over deep square, and it took him on the pad, but curiously no appeal. Is it going down leg side? I'm not quite sure.
I don't think so. I thought it was playing. It must have got an edge.
Oh, he did get an edge. Big fat inside edge. Otherwise, England's players would have been up with me. We missed the next ball, and it's a bit disappointing because it's the first one that's been hit to the boundary in quite a while. So I can't tell you how it happened, but I can tell you its outcome, which is
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, what Ishan Kishan did is take my advice for Shivam Dubé and telling the left-hander to bat right-handed. He reversed the hands and hit it through point, but it looks like through square leg because he was reversing it. First reverse I think we've seen. 4 runs is his reward. He goes to 43. That's a slog. Missed this time. There is an appeal. Will Jacks isn't that interested, but Joss Butler is. And
I'd have a look at that.
They're not going to, though. 150 is up, 150 for 4. It didn't look unadjacent, did it? And considering England, I don't think I've used a review yet. This is short, and he rocks back and waits for it. There's Ishan Kishan and slugs it out to cow corner all along the ground, where the Bears' favourite player, Phil Salt, does the fielding. I think he's the second highest run getter in T20 cricket for England, Phil Salt. Second or third. Harry Brook thinks it's too high. I'm not too sure. That was the previous delivery. And Tilak,
Yeah, it was, I think. Yeah.
Tilak Varma. Tilak feels like one of the brands of rice we get in our excellent cash and carries in Tooting.
I thought Waitrose was going to get another mention.
No, I shall forego that for a little while yet. Backs right away, does Tilak Varma, which seems quite the risk to take when all you're doing is just tapping it out to Jofra, who's sweeping on the offside. And the score advances slowly to 150. No, pitched outside leg, so Harry Brook may have been right with it being going over the top, but we never have got that far, because if it pitches outside leg, it is a done deal for LBW. You are not getting one. And this is sort of fetched round to Phil Salt, and they're through for a single. 7 off the over. England have certainly reined back the Indian batters here, and 200 looks an awfully long way away now. Jez.
Sorry, yes. A lot of music stuff coming up as a result of all of that. Lucky Six says there are more Egypt fans than Socceroo fans in Australia. I can believe that. It's a higher profile sport for Egyptians than Australians, that's for sure. We need to get Gary and Shelley on at the same time, says Muttley. We've been very keen to get some of our women commentators on for the Women's World Cup. Unfortunately, their availability is very limited. Funny how Jax was dropped from the test matches, says Tim Wilton Davies.
Not that funny, because England went with a wicket-taking spinner rather than a containing spinner. But I do take the point. That's a half volley from Sam Curran, and it's hit over extra cover where there is always room, and it's one of these. Don't bowl half volleys on this pitch.
Lovely little bit of footwork, just a half step to move him out, just a little bit outside of off stump, and then the ability there to be able to swing the arms in the vicinity of the ball rather than have his feet stuck still, which he's been for the last couple of overs.
That's correct, as Ishan Kishan, Josh Butler really ought to be up to the stumps, I think, now. But he's not. Ishan Kishan is on the point of a 50, but will he get it? Because this is skewed off the off the bottom part of the bat, and not for the first time we see the ball mistimed, a skyer, and a very simple catch taken this time by Liam Dawson. So Ishan Kishan does not get his 50. He falls one short of that landmark, but he's done better than a lot of his colleagues in what's turning into something of a disappointing innings, I would suggest. So it's one of these.
I'm a loser. Yeah, I'm a loser, babe. I'm just a loser.
That felt a little bit like midnight in the basement bar, didn't it, there? Smoke in the air, dry martini in hand, looking across.
Sounds like every other Saturday.
Yeah.
But that was almost a complete carbon copy of the Dubé dismissal.
Yep.
In terms of shot and where it was caught.
So the Axeman cometh. Now we have a new bat. He's often been a bane of the lives of English cricketers, both with bat and ball. It's this man. It is Ashar, I think we're supposed to pronounce it, although I'm not sure. I try to keep up with pronunciations, but more worried about getting them wrong. A bouncer from Sam Curran that Ashar Patel rocks out of the way of and called wide, I suppose, on line. Seems a bit harsh to me. What do you think, Al, if you can't bowl that ball?
Well, I was fooled slightly. I was waiting for the replay, but it was the replay of the wicket.
Yeah.
Given the sort of bounce we've seen, it could well have been on height as well as line.
Yeah. Although it's a long time since Sam Curran's got one overhead height. Another mistimed shot from Ashar, but it lands safely between the infield and outfield on the offside. So many mistimed shots have looped in the air, some to be caught, some to be not caught because of absent short mid-wicket. That one not caught because it fell between the in-out field. We're halfway through the 18th over now, so that means there's 15 balls to go. 159 for 5. I think India will take 180 now. Or they take 190 for sure. They might take 180 as well. England could do with a couple of wickets as Curran is in again. Bowls a attempted slower Yorker, but it's been hit into the deep where Jofra comes forward. Jofra comes forward and takes a very low catch. There's some interest from England as to whether he's actually caught it or not, and the umpires, as they will, go upstairs. It wasn't a very good shot from Tilak Varma because he didn't really commit to it. He just sort of looped it to Jofra.
Jofra is rock solid certain he's caught that.
Are you sure? There was no celebration.
Well, there's also no action to throw the ball into the stumps as well.
The reason for... Oh dear, no, I don't think he has caught that. Yeah,
that has bounced.
He did not get his fingers under the ball. He's hurt his hand. He's calling for some tape, which is perhaps why his reaction wasn't good. Well, that's actually quite a bad miss from Jofra there, because he could have made ground to it. I think he misjudged it in the wind. That can happen, and he's ended
like
up
half a pace short, isn't he?
Yeah, he's had to lunge towards it.
Yeah,
and this is definitely not a catch. To his credit, Jofra didn't really claim it, I don't think, and certainly Sam Curran wasn't leaping about. But that's in the last hour or so. England have played some good cricket, but that was not good cricket. And we're about to see a decision pending turn to not out. I'm stone cold certain of that, and indeed it is not out. So Tilak Varma lives to fight another day. A single is added to the score. No review is lost or otherwise because it was an umpire review. Jofra is getting his right hand, or his right wrist actually, taped up, so he will be able to bowl, although the wrist is quite important for Jofra. He does snap his wrist on delivery, so whether he'll be incapacitated for his, I think, one remaining over, or perhaps more of concern for England for the 3 remaining matches in this series, remains to be seen. He's staying on the field though, so that suggests it's not too bad. 1-5 now. Surely it's 160 for 5 now. Was there no run taken to that? We actually see.
That's what I mean. Is that it's almost like because there was no continuation following on for. So I think he's almost fooled the Indian batsmen into thinking that it's out, so they haven't run.
Oh dear me, there's some poor cricketers. They haven't taken a run for that. You see players.
The umpires are talking.
Yeah, I think it's whether they crossed or not, is it? What is going on? The words of Harry Carpenter. What is going on?
1-0.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Oh, quite extraordinary. There's some communication with the third umpire now. Both batsmen are standing there.
They're ordering it in. It's one or the other, isn't it?
We are, as so often is the case in England, we seem to be not playing cricket. They definitely seem to be wondering if a run was taken, whether they crossed, or are they looking perhaps at a run out here?
Jofra held on to the ball,
didn't he?
Held
on to the ball, yeah.
So at some point, that ball has to be dead.
Yeah. What exactly is going on? Oh dear, oh dear.
How many people does it take?
Oh dear.
It's intriguing.
Yeah. Sam Curran's having a chat with Harry Brook here. I think they're wondering whether they should order a pint of lager. They're having a nice little laugh here. Do you fancy between Canada and Morocco tonight? Well,
Nothing worse than simple things made overly complicated.
Well, it's the way of the world. Once you have a designer in the room, that's your fate sealed, I think. Jacob Bethel's having a chat with Joffre now. They're talking about fingers under the ball. Jacob's showing Joffre his technique. He walked past me as I was walking out of Trent Bridge last Saturday, I think it was. And he looked very, very young indeed, did Jacob Bethel. Will O'Rourke and Kyle Jameson looked very, very tall indeed.
They've crossed.
You probably look quite old to them.
Well, I think that's true.
Let's face it.
It is a complicated thing as to whether they've crossed or not, whether it's a dead ball or both at the same end.
They crossed, but no one made it to the non-strikers end.
Yeah, so it's not a run.
Nope.
They could, I presume, have whipped off the bails, but this is taking quite a long time to sort out. They're not far off calling in the Board of Peace to settle this, or should I say, make some money for.
They haven't got. They haven't got enough.
I think
money
you have to pay $1 billion for a review in that case.
I do. Yes. Here is current is in. There was no run off that very strange delivery. That, on the other hand, is a perfectly straightforward ball that's tapped on the head down to third man, and they take a single. That is the 160 for 5 that I was looking for, and we get, as we have in a few of the overs on which I've been ball by balling, the 7th ball of the over, which to me is always something happening, a wicket, a boundary. Let's see what Curran can come up with. It's outside off stump and it's rather sat on. Goes down to deep backward point and it's flung in mainly along the ground. They get told off for that, for softening the ball. But it's 161 for 5 after 18 overs. It seems like about 10 minutes ago we last had some comments, but Jez.
Well, Curran got 3 for 32 off 4 overs, which seems pretty good figures, but it didn't feel like he bowled particularly well.
Bowled well in the middle. Bowled well in his middle overs, not so much at the end or at the beginning.
Hooves is joining us. He says, "Hello, I'm new to the night. Indian collapse is way more epic than English. Copious amounts of Montalban," says Extra Fluffer. I don't know why. They might not get 200, says Lockie. Yes, well, that's definitely the case now. So you can see I'm a bit behind with these. Just wondering if Gary is aware of the Guerrilla Cricket romance story involving Will and Casablanca, says Furon. Will and Casablanca. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. It's too long a story to explain.
Yeah, not. It's Josh Tung round the wicket and he follows the retreating Tilak Varma, who's making room for himself, and he gets the ball into the wide open spaces of the leg side, and hence there's a run to be had, and in this case 2 to be had. I just do not understand why England have just not put a man in at short mid-wicket. They've given, I don't know how many runs, wait, 10 there?
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
And a wicket.
Yeah, and a wicket indeed. 164 for 5. Tung again round the wicket. And he's in, he retreats again. There's Tilak Varma, and it's well fielded by Adil Rashid. It's a very deep slip or short third man, call it what you will. But they're through for a single.
I've only got 10 balls left, so I'm going to ask you this question now.
Go on.
Gary. Gary, will Pogacar win his 5th tour?
Yes, I think is the short answer to that. You're not quite sure what will happen on the road, but it would be a gigantic shock if he were not to deliver.
I'm excited by Sexas.
Yeah, this ball is short and flung, and that's a very fine piece of cricket from Joss Butler. They were trying to pinch a single where Ashar and Tilak Varma, bottom edge went through to the keeper, and Butler looked up, immediately assessed the situation, which was the non-striker had come down running as he should have, but the striker was dawdling Varma, and he threw to the bowler's end, and it was Ashar Patel, and he ran out Ashar with a pinpoint throw, hitting middle stump, run out by half the length of the pitch. Well done. That's smart cricket from England, and another wicket is down. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Pogacar is.
There must be a run out here. Oh, how tragic!
Oh, how tragic!
How tragic! How tragic! How tragic!
Too big a word for a T20, but yeah, thank you, Mr. Arlott. Yeah, he's really racing against history at the moment. A fifth tour would not be unprecedented, but would put him up there with Anquetil in Duran and
Merckx and Eno.
Merckx and Eno, yeah, which is good company.
Can I just clarify what you were excited by?
Paul Sexton.
Oh, Paul, yeah, 19-year-old French.
He's
next ball to the new. No, it's Tilak Varma who helps it round the corner. It was short, outside leg stump, and it's fielded at fine leg. 166 for 6. Yes, so tell us more about the 19-year-old heir of Eno, Anquetil,
there's been a lot of years of hurt about England football. There's been almost an equal amount of years of hurt about French cyclists not being competitive in their own tour.
40 years.
Since 41 years since Eno and Le Mans went arm in arm over Alpe d'Huez.
Yeah, and we've seen Laurent Jalabert. We've seen
of course Laurent Fignon perdu le Tour de France.
We've seen Jean-Francois Bernard. We've seen others come and go as that's very full and right on the line, and I hope it is given as a wide. Well, if the umpires are going to be this tight, they're going to have to be this tight for India, because that looked barely on the line, and there's a few sort of halfway to double teapots with the England fielders, because that was called wide, and it really wasn't, was it?
Let's have another look.
No, it wasn't.
It's on the line, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what they'll have to do now. They've set the target out. We should jingle up the new batter. Shall we find him? If we haven't, it's...
his name is Shit. Go on, be clever. Like all your fucking primary school level jokes.
It is Harshit, but it's also Rana, which I think is Queen in Hindi. That's very full again from Josh Tung, and it goes through along the ground to Butler, who fields it well. Much better bowling full to the more tail end batters than it is to the top end batters. So this isn't bad bowling. I was complaining about half volleys earlier, but a half volley is not so bad when you're bowling at an 8, 9, 10 or jack. So we're finishing off the 19th over, or we will be once Tung gets into his stride.
If you haven't already got it, Gary, I would heartily recommend the book 3 weeks, 8 seconds.
Oh yes, I remember watching that live. This is full, and that's been hit with some considerable power by Harshit Rana. He has connected with the middle of the bat early in an innings, and he got that right over long on for one of these.
Super shatta, super shatta, super shatta, super shatta, super shatta, rocka, rocka, super shatta.
It refers to the time trial on the last day of the Tour de France in, I think, 1989, where Greg LeMond wore an aero helmet, and his rival Laurent Fignon, suffering from saddle sores, which are very unpleasant, didn't, and had his ponytail flapping in the breeze, and that was what was supposed to have caused the 8-second advantage at the end of 3 weeks of hard racing. Yes. I haven't read it, but
heartily recommend.
I can also recommend in cycling books, what's it called? Killing the Badger, about LeMond and Eno's strained relationship. This is a half volley from Joffre, and Tilak Varma middles one at last and gets it over long on, and England have got to be careful that they don't give this away here.
2, 4, 6.
180 comes out of nowhere.
Well, 2 sixes in a row helps. That wasn't a very good ball from Joffre. It didn't have much fizz on it. Just wondering if he's incapacitated by that wrist and the ball bagatelles its way in the crowd and somebody is claiming a catch, but I'm not sure. The bagatelles still exist. Do you still have bagatelles? Pinball
well, isn't that what tipping point is?
Oh, no, tipping point isn't. No. And Jofra has bowled another hit me ball, and it has been hit over cow corner. And England, please be careful here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6.
Again, we're seeing something that England have to take note of, which is if you get through your first 3 or 4 balls, it becomes a lot easier to time it on this pitch. And both those sixes from Tilak have gone a long way back in the crowd.
And the game, from having looked incredibly difficult in terms of batting for 5 or 6 overs, now looks extraordinarily easy.
It is. They are throwing their hands through it. It's 185 for 6. We ought to mention the score because it has advanced 18 in the last 3 deliveries.
I've never been convinced by Archer as a death bowler, to be honest.
No, I'm not sure either. And this is full, and Tilak reaches back for it. He was giving himself room, so it wasn't that bad a ball from Jofra. But when it's your day, and he got enough bat on it to get it over the head of slip. And it's one of these, and it's getting away from England.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
If you're going to go after it hard, kids.
Yeah, that's
today's lesson.
Yes, it is today's lesson, along with poster fly slip, for God's sake. He had to be inside the circle, though, to be fair, in this case. It's a short delivery, and it was a bit quick for Tilak Varma, 89 miles per hour, and it was well directed because it was over the shoulder but under the head.
I don't know, from where I was sat in complete safety, that looked way quicker than 89 miles an hour.
It certainly did, and it was almost over the head as well. I think the umpires have been quite generous there. He was slightly squatting. He was kind of half playing a shot and half ducking. The duck hook, did they still call it the duck hook? He got away with it, so can Archer finish off his over? It's another delivery which is very full, and to his credit, Tilak just about gets a bat on it, and it's fielded well by the man at the edge of the circle. It's Josh Tung.
That was flying, wasn't it? It was going at a rate of knots. He just missed on the first one that flew in that area, but a good stop there.
It was a good stop. You kind of just hope that you get enough of a hand at it, and it probably has hit him on the nail or something there, but you wear 1 or 2 for your team. And it's the last ball, by hook or by crook. India, with mishits aplenty, have somehow got to 190 here. I think England will feel that they've let them get away with 15 or 20 runs they shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
But Jofra is going to finish it off now, and he goes short. It's a slog that's missed. Butler takes it. Oh, it's been given out. It's been given caught by Joss Butler. Caught off the last ball of a ODI or a T20. There's no more inconsequential dismissal. But Harshit does not get his red line. Tilak Varma somehow got 24 off 11. I think he missed 9 of those, but he connected with enough of them to get him to 24. And England will chase 191 for the victory, which they may have taken at the start. They may have definitely have taken after the power play. They wouldn't have taken at any other point than that. But I think we've got a match on, gentlemen.
Yeah, I think that's probably ever so slightly above par.
Yeah, I think so.
Not a long way above par. Certainly gettable.
It's definitely gettable. Jez, we'll take a little break now, but not before you've read out any of your comments, especially if they're super chats, which we always welcome.
There aren't any super chats, and to be honest, it's a very, very eclectic discussion today. A lot of it not about cricket at all.
So it's about T20 then. Boom, boom.
Gareth Davis, yeah. He might be on your mum, but Joff is not a T20. He loves the cherry ball. I'm not sure that that's obscene or not. I can't understand it properly. Joff is probably best suited to ODIs, says Tim Milton Davies. Well, he did do a bit of damage in the IPL, as I understand it, but yeah, he has his ups and downs. His pace is clearly a weapon that's not available to most players. Anyhow, we'll leave it at that. I am going to go to bed now because
I will take my leave. I have carer duties, so I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, and I'll wake the bear. It's hibernating bear. We need something for the innings break, please.
And we'll see you for the Women's World Cup final, which should be a ripper tomorrow.
I think it will be a great game tomorrow.
Indeed. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll be back soon. The bear is currently getting his act together. I'm not sure how long the break is in T20. It used to be like 10 minutes, but I'm sure it's a bit longer now. But you'll hear something from us, and you'll hear me back for the start of England's innings.
I mean, this was the whole thing when McCarthy act Campo Piano, but he was definitely good to see if he didn't perform particularly well. So Zimbabwe, are we agreeing though that Zimbabwe ultimately, between them and Italy, the happy surprise team? Who are we going to pick, Zimbabwe or Italy?
I think Italy.
Yeah. You're going for Italy, okay? Fair enough. Nindo?
Italy.
Going? Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't mind being outvoted. And finally, the wooden spoon team. You could look at Namibia, you could look at Oman, you could look at Canada, but can you look past Australia?
Pakistan.
Australia, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck Australia, as always. It was very joyous. The game against Sri Lanka was fucking hilarious. I mean, they got off to an absolute rollicking start in Sri Lanka. I mean, I watched that on the telly, and the crowd were riotous. I mean, they were so quiet at the start. Marsh and Head got them off to an absolute blazing start. I think they were 104 or 108 after 8.2 overs when the first wickets fell. Right. And then they just absolutely fucking threw everything away, and they were all out for 177. And then Nasanka scored a fantastic 100 and basically put them out. And it was like, wow. I think they're a team in transition. We Very much probably so. Rest comfortable that they'll come again.
I think they're going to get battered in the Ashes next summer.
Oh, God. Well, you heard that here first, folks.
Well, I mean, if Hazelwood doesn't make it and Stark doesn't make it,
that could be the prophecy of all time, or it could be the equivalent of Tony Gregg talking about the West Indians.
Well, no, I mean, Smith will be, 38 and a half then, nearly 39. Will he have any eyes left? I don't know. Head will be a problem, but he didn't do very well in England last time. The opening partnership, they don't really have one. You know, I mean, they got fucking problems everywhere. England have to a degree.
You're moving ahead to the Ashes.
Well,
we can't wait for that. Okay, so last orders, folks. I have to say it's time for last orders.
I've got to go and paint the bathroom.
Bear's got to leave the bar and paint the bathroom. What colour are you painting it?
White.
That fantastic sense of imagination and artistic flair there.
Well, it's got black tiles, white walls, plus if you do white
you're
walls
not doing it
and
red
ceiling.
No. You're not.
The thing is, if you paint everything white, you don't have to worry about edging shit and making straight lines on the walls where they meet the ceiling.
Very true. So. Okay, two final things then before we send our happy patrons home. One in passing, Brett Randall. Brett Randall, what did you make of that? Had to happen at some point. That's some achievement, isn't it?
Who?
Brilliant. 5 in 5 and 6 in 8.
Oh, that thing that came up
in a first-class game.
Where was that? New Zealand, wasn't it?
It was for Central Stags against Northern Districts in their first-class tournament, which is the Plunkett Shield. Been done in T20s, as we know, Bear, because we had the lad on the show who did it, because it was done by Curtis Campher. It had been done initially by a Zimbabwean women all-rounder called Kellis Ndlovu, who took 5 in 5 in a domestic under-19 T20 in 2024. But Brett Randall has been the first person to do it in first-class cricket. Worth checking out if you get to see the film of it.
Yeah.
Very low-key commentary for such an achievement. Not surprisingly, it was for Central Stag. So well done, Brett.
And then the other thing I just thought would try and cover super quickly is semi-finals. Was that good enough? Should England consider splitting the red ball and white ball role? I know Michael Atherton is very much in favour of that. He's a huge advocate of bringing back Andy Flower and leaving Brendan McCullum to concentrate on the white ball team. What do we think? A good idea, or leave things as they are?
I would be tempted to leave things as they are. I don't know what would happen if you brought back Andy Flower now to that Test team. I don't know what would happen. I just think he would dismantle it completely, and we'd be back to square one. We'd end up with fucking Sibley opening a batting again, and I can't stand that idea of that.
I think he's moved on more than that. So I don't agree, but we can maybe make that another discussion. And Indo, not something you have to worry about directly, but what would you do?
I don't think we should be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. As I've mentioned before somewhere a few months ago, I think after the Ashes, I don't think the problem with England's red ball team is Brendan McCullum's strategy or approach, which I think has been refreshingly different from what's happened before. And I think he's doing the right thing with Bazball or whatever you call it. I think the problem is in the execution, because his ego gets in the way of changing things when they don't go right. And there is a limit to which you can continue to put faith in people for roles that you originally envisaged. I think you need to be a bit more nimble in how you execute a strategy. And I think that's where England is failing there in executing that strategy. It's not necessarily in the strategy itself. So changing to Andy Flower at this stage, I agree with Bear that if he's going to make a complete change in approach and change the team and get people in who might be from county cricket, but may not necessarily take England forward, is that the right way to do it? I don't know, but is Brendan McCullum should Brendan McCullum be given two roles, the white ball and red ball? I don't think he should. So I don't know what the solution is to this. I think we have the same problem in India. You do not want Gautam Gambhir managing the Test team. You want him managing the white ball team. So with Brendan McCullum, where do we think he brings more value? Because he's just taken over the white ball team, right? So, yes. So whatever England is doing right now is not really Brendan McCullum. It is what England's been doing for the last 2 years. To
an extent, but he basically promoted Harry Brook to captaincy, and I guess Harry Brook's had a chat with him. I mean, think how successful Will Jacks was. Changes in personnel in certain places in that team have, getting rid of Livingston, for example, was a fucking disaster, and I mean, it's been good for the side. I mean, they certainly improved during that World Cup, and they looked a pretty settled side. I think part of the problem with the Test team, actually, if I'm really honest, is the fact that we've had to basically overhaul the entire bowling unit in the last 2 years. Losing Broad and Anderson within 2 years of each other has caused
what Australia are going through now.
Well, exactly, but I mean,
so is India, right? I mean,
to a degree. To a degree, but it creates
way to do it. I don't know, but is Brendan McCullum? Should Brendan McCullum be given two?
Well, here we are. Not much of a turnaround. It's like the old days of T20 where turnarounds were 10 minutes back in 2003, I think T20 started. I remember seeing the matches at the Oval. A lot of fun and games. There's the hideous kind of camel of Old Trafford, a horse designed by committee. But it will be England in pursuit of 191, who are about to bat. And before I introduce my fellow guerrillas, I will introduce the batters. So at one end, you've got Lancashire's...
Terrible, Phil Sue. Fuck off! Get out of my fucking England side! Twat! Can't field now. Jesus Christ.
Yes, thank you very much for that, Burr. And at the other end, another player who is reputatively a Lancashire player, but barely plays for them.
Prior ain't no loss, 'cause we found someone subtler. Okay, he can't spell Joss, but he also can't spell Butler. Joss Butler!
And they will be up against bowler who I think is a little bit underrated, partly because he is not Jasprit Bumrah. He is.
And then this guy called Arshdeep Singh. The obvious jokes will be entertained here.
In, I think, a patka, is that right? Am I getting the terminology right there?
Say again.
Is it a patka that he is wearing? The headgear of Arshdeep Singh?
Pagdi.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
It is. So, yes. What do we think are England's chances of 191? I've got it a coin toss.
Yeah, they need to start well. It depends on the start. The openers need to get a good partnership.
And starts with a bad partnership because Phil Salt has edged his first ball. The Indian batters missed ball after ball after ball outside off stump in the power play, and Phil Salt's edged his first one through to the keeper, and that is not just a wicket for India, it is a
Then he waddled away, waddle.
quite a thickish edge through to the keeper. Is it unlucky? You can't let those go. It's not a test match. You're playing them outside your eye line. India missed theirs. England, through Phil Salt, have now edged his. So, yes, out for naught. England naught for 1. Arshdeep lived up to my bigging him up. Am I being unduly kind there? Should he have done something different?
Probably, because we saw in the first innings the ball was being pitched straight and moving away from both the left-handers, so probably Salt, being a right-hander, would expect the left-arm seamer to angle the ball away from him.
Yeah.
Probably should have been more careful with how he swung his bat, because that's probably how he lost his wicket. Should have maybe, tried to cut it down into the ground rather than trying to loft the ball as he tried to do.
It was so wide, though, and they can't let these go. Although I was saying earlier, you've got to have a look at your first 2 or 3 balls, because it does become a little easier to time the ball once you've got your eye in to some extent. And I'm looking for England's. Here we are.
Oh, the ball, he tries to slug it, but gets out like a flog. Oh, if Harry only had a brain. And when he gets out to the middle, all their plans turn into piddle. If only Harry Brook had a brain.
Yes, it's our very own Scarecrow on the yellow. In fact, I can just see some yellow bricks behind him there. It's the walkway down to the seats in the stands. So somewhat appropriate there. And indeed, on Pride weekend, we have some friends of Dorothy in town. Here is Arshdeep, who's in, very full, and Brook just pushes it to the man inexplicably deep at mid-off and jogs the single that is offered to them. So England are off the mark. They are now 1 for 1. I think we're due another Guerrilla, but I'm not sure quite what's happening. We'll soldier on.
Probably.
Yeah.
In the meantime, a bit of stats about
Go on.
Salt. He had 1 golden duck in the IPL, but he had 6 ducks overall in the IPL, which was the highest for any batter. So he probably has a trend of sort of hitting his wicket early.
I often think with ducks, it's an occupational hazard, especially in this form of cricket. What's more important is if you face 10 balls and you've got 8 runs, you really have to go on to get sort of 50 off 28 or something. Anybody can get a duck in this format, but you've really got to push on once you've got to start. Arshdeep is in again, and it's wide, and Butler was both late and inside that ball. Didn't edge it, goes through to the keeper. We're in this kind of position with batters where they want to be able to free their arms, so they want to stay leg side of the ball, but especially early in the innings they're playing well outside their eye line, so middling it is difficult too. I'd be inclined to get across to the ball and try to drive it through the covers here, rather than stand leg side of it and try and whack it through square.
And need a bit more of footwork as well.
Yeah,
you saw
that's
Butler there just...
Again, absolutely no footwork from Butler there, who just swings at that one from Arshdeep. It beats the bat. It's almost exactly like the first over that India faced, and it's through to the keeper. The difference, India did not lose a wicket, and Abhishek got an edge for 4. England have got to find a way here to middle the ball, and you're not going to do it by flinging your bat at everything, I can promise you that. Certainly not for a while. Arshdeep, those eyes blazing, comes in to finish his over, and that's on middle stump, and it's clipped to the man at short mid-wicket. England didn't have one for so long. India have put one in there. Butler finds him immediately, and I'm afraid this is not very good.
Catch taken by the substitute, Varun Chakravarti there.
Boy, what were you playing at? Oh!
No, Chakravarti's in the 11, so...
oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in to bowl.
Sorry, he didn't play the
mystery
first game,
spin. Yes, not very good, England. Well caught, Chakravarti, but he's there for that shot.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, it's not really what you expect from England's highest ever T20 run scorer. But Butler, I don't want to rehearse sort of complaints I had about him 10 years ago. He may have gone to a posh school, he may speak very well to camera, but I'm not sure he's that good on cricket intelligence. I never have been. So at the end of the over, not even the end of the over, England are 1 for 2 as Newman comes to the crease, needing a run or two, I would suggest. Not for his place, but for his confidence. It's this man. Yes, no stylophones, please.
Good one. He does look very young when you look at him.
He was. I walked past him last week. I said that Trent Bridge, he looks so young. Of course, he's 8 or 9 years older than Suryavanshi, but
yes.
So our calibration for who is young and who isn't young is somewhat changed. Well, Josh, it's no good throwing your head back in the air. You knew the fielder was there. I know you wanted to hit it over him, and there was runs to be had, but really it was arrowing into the hands of the man at short mid-wicket. I'd say a position that England eschewed throughout their innings, and as is often the case, it's come back to bite them on the bum. 2 slips now for Bethel. And he gets a ball and plays a forward defensive. It's the end of the over. You couldn't have a much better start for India. England are 1 for 2. Arshdeep has 2 wickets, and the target is 190 some way away. Do we have any thoughts coming in? Any miserable England fans?
Yeah, we have Eric saying, obviously it was after the Phil Salt wicket. He said, how very salty was that? Extra Fuffer says bone crusher, and then there's some chat about seahorses. I'm not sure where that started and where it's going, but
seahorses. Yeah. The Patti Smith music,
stuff,
maybe. I'm not sure. Did Patti Smith make an album called Seahorses? Not sure. Well, the Indian fans are up on their feet at Old Trafford, which is good to see, because you always want both sides represented. Here's a man who hit a long ball. He looks a big, strong boy, doesn't he? It's
absolutely is.
Oh, he is.
He's a unit, as they say. It's this man.
Yeah, his name is Harshit. Go on, be clever. Like all your fucking primary school level jokes.
So Rana is queen, though, in Hindi, is it? Or am I getting that wrong?
Rani is queen.
Rana is king, then, is it?
Yes.
Ah, thank you. Rani of Jaipur, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. She was famous, guy.
Yeah. And here is Harshit starts off with a pretty good Yorker that Harry Brook, to his credit, had not committed to the shot and therefore was able to jam his back down. And there is no run. We'll be reading your comments soon, I hope. If you can get 1 or 2 in between deliveries, that would be handy.
There's actually no new comments yet.
No new comments. Oh, nothing like a couple of quick England wickets to.
I think most people are
rile the
still.
juices.
I think most people are still getting their tea. I'm not
they
sure
could
they
be.
get started.
Chai break as Harshit's in again, and that's on leg stump. It's almost exactly the delivery that Joss Butler hit to mid wicket, but Brook gets over it and clips it all along the ground. It's a pretty good shot actually, and it goes for one of these.
Now my innings going, great guns. I hit the ball, 4 runs. I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
It's Harry Brook does infuriate because he's got every conventional shot in the book, yet seems to favour the funky monkey shots. That's the way he plays.
He's a bit bottom hand heavy.
Yeah,
he's a bit bottom hand heavy. In that one you could see. But yeah, of course, he has all the good shots.
And he comes down the track, one of his favourite shots, and to be honest, he gets a lot of runs from it. It's a short ball, and he lifts it square on the offside in the wide open spaces there. So he is putting the pressure back on the bowlers.
With the super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, rocker, super shatter.
Had he done that to the first ball, the Yorker, I think he might have been done. But he didn't, and on such margins are matches won and careers made.
I think you have to give him his hand and eye. He's fantastic that way.
Yeah.
Almost a maverick with what he can do.
He is. This is short, and Brook swivel pulls that down to deep square leg where there's some less than elegant fielding. Is that Shivam Dubey down there?
It is. It is. He's a big unit too.
Yeah, he is a
Long way
big
to
unit.
go down.
I don't know if you saw his batting. It was really, really terrible. But, I suppose
I don't know
you're
why
allowed
they
that.
had to send him ahead of Tilak Verma.
Yeah.
But okay, fine.
Yeah, well, on what I saw, I can't understand that either. But his job was to stop that, and he did. Whether it registered on the Richter scale for an earthquake in Manchester as he hit the deck, I don't know, but he did his job. 2 more to Brook, 10 so far off the over. Harshit's in again. This is defended by Harry Brook. Slightly crabbing defensive. It's one of those forward defensives that is aggressive, isn't he? He's coming at the ball, but then decides he's going to block it and blocks it.
I think he's standing outside the crease and even sometimes advances at the ball.
Yeah.
He's quite confident that way.
Yeah. England do like to stand outside the crease, and when they're pinned back as they were by Tom Blundell so effectively, and a couple of years ago it was Alex Carey, they can become distinctly nervous, distinctly discombobulated.
Well done, sir. Big word.
Harshit's in again, and this is short as bottom edge. Just misses the stumps, goes through to the keeper. It's the end of the second over. 11 for 2. And your thoughts and comments?
We have Jay Grover saying a bit of a history point. Rani of Jhansi was the famous anti-British hero.
Also that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we have Tanmoy Sen saying Vaibhav should bowl today, and also that Brook will score some runs today. I think all of us England fans and neutral fans would like seeing Brook scoring some runs after the Test series he had.
Well, maybe Suryavanshi bowling is going to be like Ben Duckett bowling, is continually asked for and never received. I know he does bowl, and I think he has bowled in his short career to date. But
and one more from Hooves, a concern shared by all England fans. How about the top order stop being selfish? Do your job, see off the openers. Opening bowlers, sorry.
Yeah, well, there's something in that, as Arshdeep is in. And it's a conventional shot from Jacob Bethel, who always looks better to me when he gets into the ball. So he came forward to that, played it under his eyes, happy with a single out to deep point. Now some will say, and the analysts will say, England are wasting the power play here. You've only got 6 power play overs. What are you doing running the ball off the face down to point? But others of us will say, well, you're 2 wickets down already. Just have a look first. You can catch up later.
Makes sense. Look. And he looks very elegant when he does that.
Oh,
almost
he does.
Like a very young Strauss somehow. He reminds me of that.
There's a bit of Gower in his cover drive. When he really gets it going, he is a delightful watch. But doesn't always get it going. He hits that hard, does Harry Brook. Again, giving himself room, and it wasn't that far away from the man at backward point, but it's gone here. So
he made some room for that.
He
and
does
thrash that through the off. He likes that area, of course.
Yeah, it wasn't far away from the man at backward point. He does like it, but this may not be a bad strategy from England. If Harry Brook is going hell for leather at one end and Jacob Bethel is nudging it into the gaps at the other end, they'll use the power play sufficiently. Of course, the proviso is that Brook doesn't hit one up in the air in a minute.
It could happen, but let's see. Their left point now open. There's a deep point.
Yeah. Brook hammers this.
Oh, wow.
He does have a lot of power and that fantastic eye. He just stood straight on the back foot, and it looked like it was going to be a cut, but he hit it so early and so hard, it went through the vacant mid-off, and it can only be described as...
That went like a tracer bullet.
Yes, it did.
The lesser seen Strapple?
Yeah, the Strapple is more mishit, I think, than that one. But yeah, there's a bit of Strapple in that it's a horizontal bat and it goes
that
through
was a
the
bludgeon,
V.
actually.
Yeah, it's more of a bludgeon. Definitely more of a bludgeon. So Arshdeep is in again, and Brook just lifts him all but effortlessly. And this is where he looks $1 million outside off stump and hit. Yeah, really very little obvious effort deep into the crowd, where I think an old boy has caught it. Brook looks down. We'll see it now. I mean, that was a fantastic shot. It's gone miles back, and he dropped it in the crowd.
No, I think he tried to catch it.
Yeah.
But just the position into which Brook gets his hands going, he's actually back and across in a flash, and he's just sort of chest on by the time the ball reaches him.
Yeah.
And he's tracked that. I mean, you can't actually teach this.
No,
this
you
is,
can't teach it. You're right.
Yeah.
You can practice it, but you can either do it or you can not do it.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary eye and hand-eye coordination. He has 25, Brook, now, and he gets another one outside off stump, and he's hit it miles back over mid-on. This is an extraordinary display of hitting at the moment from Brook. So, yeah, what can you say? So much as I was suggesting they should wait to get their eye in, Harry Brook has said, well, it's all going in this power play. And
21 runs, right, in this over. This is the right response from England. They're chasing a big total. They wasted the first over, you could say that. Now they're getting their own back.
And it's the ability to middle the ball is amazing. So 32 for 2. One ball of this over that's left, which has gone for 21 already. And Brook's about even money to hit this for 6, I would suggest. Let's see what he can do. Arshdeep's round the wicket, and he gets one on leg stump on...
Oh!
He gets one on leg stump on as a full toss, and he lifts it, but without a great deal of power. And I think it's Ashar who's running round the boundary at deep square. I thought he had caught it.
It was a misjudge. It jumped off his hands over the ropes. I think he palmed it over, if you want to put it like that. I think he misjudged that catch. That should have been out.
Yeah, I think he... no, his momentum was always taking him over the ropes, so he threw it back in, but he didn't throw it back in far enough, and he actually threw it onto the Toblerone, so that'll be given as 6.
That's unlucky then for him.
Yeah, exactly the word I was going to use there. That's more bad luck than it is bad fielding. But it is 6, and I was right with my even money call there. Brook goes
27 runs of the over, 26 of which came to a certain Mr. Brook.
37 for Brook now, and another 20 minutes of this and the game's over. Of course it won't be, because we'll be out of power play cricket in 3 overs time. But 38 for 2 England. There's a change of bowling, and I confess I don't know much about this bowler.
He's Ravi Bishnoi. I'm sorry to say that. I was waiting for a jingle. England, India changing tack. They're going for a spinner, leggy.
Extraordinary run up there that sort of leapt aside. I'll jingle him up though.
There once was a boy whose name was Rafi.
Well, the music there, we might get a message from Michelle Pfeiffer, who was who was commenting earlier. Does he always bowl like this, where he
Yes, he has a funky run-up. He sort of goes in an arc behind the umpire. He starts off at one point and sort of comes in a twirl even as he comes to the crease. By the time he's at the crease, he's all right. I think he's going around the wicket, but or between the sticks by the looks of it. Now he's going between the sticks.
Yeah, maybe he's bowling both sides at the moment. The umpire is...
Oh no, it's a no ball.
Oh, it's a no ball.
Yeah.
And a free hit.
Wow.
Wonder what happened. Maybe
what happened?
It was a bit too funky a run-up. Do you think that he probably? I think his back leg may have cut the side.
Oh, that's a good point.
The way he bowled, when you look at it live.
Ball. Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see.
Here he is, and he goes running off somewhere else and comes back into Manchester and drops it short. And Jacob Bethel, well, I think to be honest, I could have hit that one. And he gets one of these.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Yeah, it just helped backward of square leg. There's nobody in there. I ought to say that he appears to be bowling leg breaks, but I suspect already he might be able to bowl a little bit of this and a little bit of that. There he goes off, and then he's back in, and it's a decent ball.
That's adjacent, actually.
That is an attempted reverse from Jacob Bethel, and he misses it. And we are seeing it was indeed a back foot no ball from the first ball of the over.
Yeah.
You've got to be inside the line there, not on the
No
line.
part of your back foot can be touching that line.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. That was a back foot no ball.
They often don't get called though, so that's eagle eye.
You don't look at it. Yes. If you're an umpire.
Goes back to Bethel. Misread the length there, perhaps put off by this funky run up, and
by the way,
gets it into the leg side for a single.
I'm just curious about the previous ball. I thought it was pretty adjacent. I wonder why it was not given a no out, or even there was no review.
Looked
was
like
the impact considered outside leg?
Well, it won't be outside leg, I don't think, because he reversed, didn't he? He was on the reverse. So
sorry.
I think it was missing.
Line.
It was missing the off stump for me, and but nobody seemed to be all that interested.
Yeah. It looked like just carry on.
Yeah. Bishnoi's got very impressive hair that's being fluffed up in the breeze, looking a little bit like that poster for a Razorhead back in the day. Harry Brooks looking to erase him from the attack now, but he rocks back to Brook and helps himself to a single, because as you would expect, after his blitz, all the close fielders are on the edge of the circle.
He's quickish in the air.
Yeah, he is.
His stock ball is usually the googly, you can say. He bowls an occasional leg break.
Yeah.
The way he bowls when you look at it, he has more variations. He has a good flipper as well. So it's going to be an interesting challenge. But if Brook can line him up, that's a different story.
Bethel tries to line him up and gets the ball past Cow Corner, where it's I think that's
Tilak.
Yeah, Tilak Farmer, who was fielding out there, but he couldn't get to it, and Bethel helps himself to one of these.
With the super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, rocka, super shatter.
And it's getting away from India here. They haven't got that much experience, it seems, in the bowling to call upon. There's no Jasprit Bumrah, there's no Mohammad Shami from days gone by. This ball is defended. Again, Bethel failed to read the length there. He beat him a bit in the flight, did Bishnoi, and there is no run. The ace card, I think, today will be Chakravarti, so he has yet to bowl. But we'll have your comments.
We have some socials. Yeah. Tim Wilton Davis says, I taught Brook everything he knows, but not everything I know.
Ooh, mysterious.
That's nice. Yeah. Extra Fluffo says Harry keeping his head still, and kaboom.
Oh,
absolutely, we saw a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
Garrett Davis says, love the idea of Sam in the test side, just what England need, a brand new nut job. Wow, that's a bit harsh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a bit harsh. So the score is 49 for 2. And here is a bit of experience. I did think that India needed a bit of experience under assault, and it's perhaps the most experienced bowler in their side, which is almost no run up from Ashar, and immediately he's getting Harry Brook to mistime it, but it does go down to mid on. He took a little sachet forward, did Brook, but knowing that the stumping was in play, he didn't give it the full power and got a single out there to long on. 50's up for England.
They'll be happy with the progress they've made since.
Oh, they will
be. The
be.
first over was a disaster. It was a write-off.
Yeah.
But from then, they've just put it past them. Now it's 4 overs 50 effectively, what they've scored.
Steps away does Jacob Bethel and waits for the ball. Ashar has this very short run-up, and they often batters seem difficult to line him up to exactly get the release point right. He often goes under the flailing bat. It doesn't this time though, as Bethel gets the single he was looking for off the previous ball, and down to mid-on where Suryavanshi does. Oh no, it's Abhishek.
Umpire was signalling a dead sort of a signal. What was that all about? I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Nonetheless, he's made a decent start. What he can do is vary the speed of the ball very effectively. As you saw on the middle ball, the one he bowled to Bethel.
And the trajectory can go very low. This is a huge appeal here down the leg side, but it's given as a wide. A huge appeal from Ishan Kishan behind the stumps, and Ashar was in support of him, but didn't look as convinced as the keeper. So what this suggests, they're deciding whether to go for a review, and the time is... Oh no, they are going for a review. What it suggests is that there is a noise, but whether the noise is bat or whether the noise is pad will remain to be seen, because you don't often get that reaction from a wicketkeeper without them hearing something. Of course, they can't see very much because the ball is coming from down the leg side and the batter is in the way. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's glove. Oh, I think this will be out.
He has loved it.
Yeah.
Wonderful keeping there.
Yeah.
Lovely hands.
Lovely hands, and also very fine appealing and reviewing. Yeah, this will be out. So Brook, I suppose we've got to call it a cameo now of 39. The experience of Ashar has taken the wicket. That'll be disappointing for the crowd, but I'm certain this will be out. So they're waiting for the appeal. We've all given it, haven't we, all three of us?
It was either going to be out or they would get the wide reversed without having reviewed a wide. So
yeah, because it just looked like there was something that connected.
Just Kishan's reaction, he was so excited about it.
Yeah.
I think they're still waiting for the Snicko, just to confirm.
Yeah, they might be waiting for real-time Snicko.
There's a visual impact.
Yeah,
visible impact.
The TV umpire should just be able to give that from the eye test, really. I mean, it's pretty clear what's happened.
Snicko's taking longer because they lent the technology to the FIFA World Cup.
But, very clearly there's a noise as it goes past the glove. It's because it's a long spike there because it's hit the glove and run down the hand. But we all knew what was coming, and this is what's happened.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
So rather like the format itself, Harry Brook there, it was good fun while it was happening, but didn't happen for very long.
We don't take any Korean or Vietnamese war references here. No? Okay, I pass that. No, I mean, not here for a good time. Not here for a long time, but a good time. Never mind.
Yes. England, I won't say stopped in their tracks because Bethel's going quite well at the other end, but the Harry Brook criticisers will be back again, saying he needs to play an innings of substance no matter which format he's in.
I think that was a strangle. I mean, I won't really blame him. There is some batting to come.
Well, it's a leg side ball he could hit anywhere, and
or let go.
You glove it.
But yes.
It's...
but yes.
Yeah. So it's a new batter. It's the lesser spotted man. I think he was at Somerset. Whether he's still at Somerset now, I don't know. I'll jingle him up after this ball, but he just defends it into the vacant spaces on the leg side. You should really be bringing him in. He's on his first delivery. It's this man.
Tom Banton is a pure T20 player.
He gets a single to get off the mark. 52 for 3 now. Jacob Bethel on strike. It does irritate me. I don't know whether it irritates you guys how man comes in first ball and everybody's on the edge of the 30-yard circle. Bethel takes advantage of, again, the man being on the edge of the circle and gets a single. But to Bethel, it's okay because he's in. But first ball, just get him tight on the one. Keep him on strike. England 53 for 3. I think there's 1 over left of the power play.
Yes.
Any thoughts?
We have some comments.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Extra Fluffo probably appealing that decision. Goes, how's that? Then we have Hooves going through the 6 stages of grief.
Oh, really?
Nah. With 6 messages, he says, nah. It was to stop a wide. Wide? Question mark. Gloves? Question mark. I don't know. And then the last one says, let's see replay.
Let's see a replay.
And then we have Tim Wilton Davis saying, Rehan Ahmed is yet to play a home match.
Yes,
they use
that's
him
true.
a lot in India, but that's it. And
that is true. So here is
about it for now.
Bishnoi, and the drip, drip, drip torture of the slow bowling has already begun for England. Again, Bethel doesn't seem to be able to read Bishnoi's length at all. He keeps going back to balls he should be forward to, and he just punches this out with a horizontal bat to mid-on, and they walk a single. Tom Banton on strike. He's right-handed.
I'm looking at the rest of the lineup here. You have the all-rounders from this point on. You have Karan, Jacks and Dawson. And if you want to include Rashid in there. So India will look for 1 more wicket as soon as possible.
Yeah, they can all bat, though, those that you've said.
Absolutely.
Not so much Rashid these days, but certainly the other 3. This is punched to the man who is on the edge of the circle at extra cover, but didn't hit too well to get a single. I'd be having all of those men in a couple of yards, but Suresh Iyer is making his decision. Here is Bishnoi again, doing his little circle. He follows Banton, who had retreated to make some room, but because Bishnoi saw it, because he had the skill to follow him, he ended up cramped for room, even though he was standing well outside the leg stump. That's good bowling from Bishnoi.
You see how fast the delivery was.
Yeah.
He saw him and he hurried him. So that's his speciality right there.
Yeah. This is on the pads again, and there is no run. Bishnoi is beating them in the flight here.
Or lack thereof, I would
Or
add.
lack thereof, They can't seem to judge whether to come forward or go back. Both Bethel and Banton so far, and Bishnoi, having started with a back foot no ball, which isn't very good, has since bowled rather well. Only 1 from this over so far, and this is punched hard. Oh, that's threaded a needle through point. It's either a good shot from Banton or a lucky shot.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's a good one too, so we'll give him this.
4 on the floor, and 1 more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4's are for, to get funky on the dance floor.
He played it, it was a driven shot but with an open face, and there was also the umpire in between.
Yeah.
So there were 2 fielders and the umpire to boot in that gap. It looked smaller, the gap, because of the umpire standing
That's
there.
a very good point. It was probably big enough. That's down the leg side. A fantastic take again by Ishan Kishan, but it's as wide as you'll see in this format. Of the
Terrible
game.
ball. He was lucky to not
unless he was
give away
looking,
4 runs extra.
Unless he was looking for the leg side stumping, and that's what sent Ishan Kishan across.
Interesting.
He was a long way across to pick that ball, so maybe there was just a scratch of the nose or something. Slower ball from Bishnoi,
and no short mid wicket, no comments?
No. Indeed, no short mid-wicket. It's the end of the power play. 6 overs are gone. England are 61 for 3. I have India slightly ahead at the moment, chasing 190 are England. And any thoughts coming through in the comments there as to whether England are ahead or otherwise?
Not about that actually, but there's quite a funny comment by Tim Wilton Davis, who says if there's another heat wave, England could play several spinners against Pakistan.
Oh, right.
Yes, you'll have to find them, but yes.
Aw. All right.
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh.
It
All
is a
right.
bit harsh. I'd like to see Bashir persevered, where he can take wickets, and he does have the spinner's greatest weapon, which is in Test matches, which is bounce. So I'd like to see him given another series. I know people won't.
We
want
also
that.
have a comment from Hooves, a bit of instruction for the batters. I'll do it after this ball.
Yeah, because Ashar is in again, and he crabs back. There's Bethel, who likes going back in his crease, just punches it into the leg side, and they're through for a single. So, comment?
Probably after a big shot, he made the comment. He says, "My batting coach said to me, you've pushed the field back now. Just take the single. Easier said than done."
Well, that is a good idea, but if you do that in power play cricket, you're probably leaving some runs out there. It's now that the field are back that England can probably afford 2 or 3 overs where they're just taking singles, and if they get a bad ball, they can put it away. Let's see if they do that. And Tom Banton has done exactly that. Just got a ball on the stumps, and he's just pushed it into the leg side. And Ashar wins the race with Ishan Kishan to pick the ball up. England are through for a single.
Not a bad idea here, to consolidate for about 3 overs.
Yeah.
Get England to about 95, around the 10th over mark. Not a bad idea.
I completely agree with you. Bethel goes back again to a ball he could be forward to, and he just skews off a bit of a leading edge. And there is
He was squared up for that one.
You're
absolutely right. Yeah. And I don't think he's a sweeper of the ball. But he would rather sweep the ball if you're that unsure about the length.
Yeah. The sweep is a shot that some batters are very keen on, others not so. As this is punched by Bethel to mid-on, and they walk a single. Owen Morgan.
Bethel likes his pulls, I think. Bethel likes his pulls, cuts. Yeah. He's not the one for going down the wicket either all that often.
Yeah, Owen Morgan was very good on the sweep, either conventional or reverse.
Curling, right? All the curling practice when he was a kid.
It must be. As Banton just punches the ball into the leg side, and they're through for a single. I think we're due a change of gorillas after this ball. I'm looking towards the bear. And we're seeing that Ravi Bishnoi, to nobody's surprise, is the quickest of the spinners here, but Ashar's got these variations, and he has these balls that go under the bat. As Bethel yet again goes back in the crease, they're looking for 2 here. They're going to, a crazy throw.
He almost hit the umpire.
Yeah, Harshit Rana came in. I mean, there might have been a run out on there, but in the end, they pick up 2. It's the end of the 7th over. England are 67 for 3. They've got some catching up to do.
Absolutely, Gary. Just going to take over from you on ball by ball. It's been a good start for India with the ball so far. Picking up 2 wickets in the first over, then we saw Harry Brooks get a quick fire 30-odd runs, and now we have the middle order out there to bat. Any comments?
I will switch now to comments. That's my job.
Yeah.
The socials.
Do you ever do this? This is a newbie.
Yeah, it's the first time in a while. So I'm looking at the Guerrilla chat on. Let's say we just look at the chat that's also part of our YouTube. So it's going to be interesting. So which was the last one, I wonder? I think it's
you can start
something
with Leah's chat, Leah's message.
Was that the last time England played 2 specialist spinners at home, right? Monty and Swan. In the meantime, we have a change in bowling. But while I look at that, there is some let's say users chat going on there, not a lot else.
Fair enough. So we have new bowler Varun Chakravarti. Bear, can you jingle him up?
Yeah, I will do. Here he comes.
Varun Chakravarti. 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 Varun Chakravarti.
As he's in again. Oh, a switch hit from Banton, and that's a great shot for probably a 4.
Yeah.
No fielder there in the deep. Lovely little reverse shot.
Can't listen and you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary, crossing a boundary.
They call Varun the mystery spinner, but we have Banton taken a mystery right out of his bowling.
Yeah.
Well, I think he treated him as a leg cutter and swept him. Sorry, there.
That's all right. And the third ball of the over, another switch shot. This one's lofted in the air over the fielder, and there's a fielder covering the deep. Probably going to be 2 runs.
Yeah,
2 runs. And
not so much mystery out of him anymore, is there? Really, I think everyone's kind of picked him.
Yeah, we saw that in the T20 World Cup as well.
Yeah.
He was one of India's most expensive bowlers.
But he doesn't really spin it much, does he? I mean, that's the thing.
Not really.
Doesn't put a lot of action on the ball.
Yes, that's part of his trick.
Well, it's not really a
Ball
trick
of
if you
the
do it
over.
every ball.
Just knocked to the leg side for a single. Oh, they're coming back for 2.
Good running.
It's good running. And there's a bit of loose fielding from India. I think the fielders are too close to the boundary and not enough pace closing in to prevent the double. Varun Chakravarti had a bit of a underwhelming IPL season, I would say. Just 11 wickets throughout his campaign compared to 18 odd he had the previous season. So he's had a bit of a drop-off in his form. Conceded 8 runs in 4 balls so far. Preparing to bowl his 5th ball of the over as Banton takes guard. That's again played to the leg side. Ishan Kishan, the wicket-keeper, giving chase, and it's a single. It's given leg bias.
It's given leg bias. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, the scores are quite similar. You only lost 2 wickets by this point, I think.
I mean, I think India are slightly ahead at this point because of the power play they had, but they had lost 1 wicket less, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but I think at the 8th over stage, it was pretty much, the score was pretty much the same. So England have done well. Like Harry Brook deserves all the credit for that, for keeping them in the chase run rate wise, as Varun bowls his last ball of the over. Punched to the offside by Bethel. They refused to single, and it's the end of the 8th over. England are 76 for 3. What have we got on social, Dajit?
Well, I got to know a new word called bothing, which means you're an idiot, apparently. Garrett Davies says that, maybe Bethel should bat without a helmet when facing spinners. He can air out his mullet. He also says that Salt and Butler are not doing all that great. In the meantime, it's Garrett Davies still continuing. He says, we need Sam the headbanger in. Before that, the match will not be decided. I think there has been some joke on bothing as bottom. Somebody made a mistake of calling nothing, and they by mistake wrote bothing. That's the beginning of this all, and I got to learn a new word.
Wow.
Thanks to the chat.
I've never heard of it myself, so...
Apparently it means Urban Dictionary. It means an idiot. That's it. Yes.
We have Akshar back for his 3rd over. 1 for 10 so far. Starts off with a dot ball. Banton tried to find the gap there on the offside through the covers, but straight to Shreyas Iyer. And no run off the first ball. Almost a repeat of a shot on the second delivery. They're slightly shorter from Akshar on that delivery, but Banton couldn't get it away. Another dot ball. Still 76 for 3.
Chalk and cheese for Akshar compared to the rest of the attack.
Absolutely. 3rd ball of the over. Down to long off, and single for Banton. Brings Bethel back on strike for his runner ball 17.
Well, they've got 3 spinners, haven't they? I mean, this is it. They're going to have to go back to pace at some point, presumably.
That's true. There's Akshar for his 4th ball. Another switch hit, and Kishan takes the bails off, but I think Bethel had his foot back in the crease.
His foot never left the crease. He nearly
still,
overbalanced.
Credit to Kishan. He's been really quick behind the stumps today. A good take earlier to dismiss Brook, and we see him with some quick glove work here, but Bethel stayed grounded and survives.
Gary's taking a look at the party in the pub. It's Saturday afternoon, if you can hear in the background there, raving away as per normal.
As Bethel knocks it onto the leg side for a single, straight to Tilak Varma. Akshar has been economical, just 12 runs from 17 deliveries so far, and 1 wicket as well. As he prepares to bowl his final delivery. Banton on strike. to the offside, and Banton set off for a single there again to Iyer, who throws it back to the wicket keeper. No run there. England 78 for 3 after 9.
To try his eye to stop that with his thigh.
I think so. He looks.
He looks like he's in pain. He hit that bloody hard, Banton. Is Vibe in the field?
He is. I saw him in the first couple of overs. He was trying to. I think he was in the slips. Then I think he's in cover, and they're up thereabouts.
Are they trying to hide him? Because I know in the IPL he was often.
He was always at point.
Fine leg point.
Yeah. Or he was the substitute, wasn't he? The impact player or whatever, you know.
The decision has been referred, but I think he got back in time, Banton. In the meantime, there is some discussion about floating in the Dead Sea near Cape Verde. Somebody, Tim Wilton Davies is saying that. And then also there is some discussion on when was the last time England played 2 spinners in a test attack? Was it Monty Panesar and Swanee, or has there been another such...
In England?
In England, exactly.
Oh, God, I can't remember the last time I played 2 spinners in England.
The other one is how much bling people of West Indian origin would like to show off while playing for England.
Varun Chakravarti for the first ball of his second over bowls to Bethel, and that's smashed down the ground for 6.
Lovely shot.
Just stepped forward, got to the pitch of the ball and just lofted it straight over long on for a wonderful 6. I think it went 10 rows deep. That.
Yeah, went a long way. Gave him a bit of width, didn't he? Wasn't very
he likes to take his time, but once he's set, he gets off. He starts really scoring hard.
His second ball of the over, Bethel just knocks it for a single, brings Banton back on strike. Both these batters going... Bethel's just over a runner ball, and Banton just a touch under 140, I would say. Probably need to start accelerating to keep up with the run rate now.
Yeah, I think you need...
It's a good catch by the gent in the bucket hat in the crowd there. That's a thick edge. No slips this time, and it runs away for a 4.
Best shot in a T20.
Great IPL shot.
And he's going, great guns, I hit the ball, 4 runs, I hit the ball, and it went for 4 runs.
Well, in a modern game, isn't it? I mean, if you've got 50 off the last 4 or 5, you're in the game, aren't you? As long as you've got a couple of batsmen who are in.
Absolutely. 11 runs of the first 3 balls, and Varun coming in for his 4th ball of the over.
That's got to be...
Banton trying his 4th switch hit of the match so far, misses it this time. Dot ball.
It's not a bad shout, but I think he was outside the line. Appealed for LBW there, didn't he? But I think
it was probably also higher, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was high. I thought it might have been going on to hit the off stump, but I think it was definitely outside the line. So,
as we see the aerial views of the Old Trafford Cricket Ground with Manchester United Stadium in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us like them here.
Yes.
I'm guessing. I don't know about Ajit, but definitely Bear and I don't.
No.
You're an Arsenal man as well, aren't you, Ajit? You're Arsenal?
No. I don't follow much of football, frankly.
Okay.
A while back, I used to follow some Manchester United, but since then I've lost touch. Last decade at least.
That's because they're doing shit and have been for years.
Maybe. There was once even a Dutch coach there. I didn't help. So.
Oh, Louis van Gaal.
Yeah.
So Varun runs in for the last ball of his over. Has played well to the offside, to deep point.
There was a Ten Hag, no? At some point in time, Ten Hag also came to coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the end of 10 overs, England 91 for 3. Ajit on socials.
No, well, there is some discussion about if bathing would require consent. I don't want to go into that. The rest of it is how much stuff can be carried. It started with discussion about gold, how much people can wear gold, therefore how much can they carry. And then somebody is boasting that they carried 30 kilos, 2 sacks of 30 kilos, one in each hand, apparently. And there's also some discussion about how much local support there is for England, meaning Indian people of Indian origin who are there supporting their team.
There'll be quite a lot, I imagine, in Manchester.
Pretty
Manchester.
much. Yeah. Okay, that's one way of saying it as well. At least it's not Liverpool. We have to be thankful there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there is a very big Indian population in Liverpool. I know there is in Manchester. I mean, you've got the Curry Mile in Manchester that I used to frequent quite a lot when I was a student.
No, but I lived on the Curry Mile during my undergrad.
Oh right,
I went there.
That was a great year.
Yeah,
I went there when I was there last year. I had dinner twice there. It's no longer a whole mile, but plenty of curry to be had.
Oh, there's some fucking loads there and some really good shit as well. It was quite cheap when I was a student. You could go out once or twice
these days
a week.
It's all high street prices, but yeah, I was a tourist.
Just for those watching, we're on a unmentioned drinks break here. They have not said it, but we saw it in the first innings as well. They just
I think they do
the
it
break
now.
after the
10th over, they do it pretty much. It's a agreed break. You see,
fucking hydration breaks. They're everywhere.
Hydration break. Yes. The other thing we're discussing, I think, Bear, you're getting some kudos for your wisdom on the EPL and how Manchester United have been doing.
So you say that again? What?
You got some kudos on how Manchester United has been doing in the EPL and your analysis, Pity.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is it. They were a pain in the arse for about 20 years while Ferguson was there.
Oh, yeah.
He was the only thing that kept them together towards the end. Unfortunately, they fell apart when he left, which is always funny, especially if you're a Liverpool supporter, obviously.
I think there's one ad I remember somebody put out as a joke. An elderly Scottish gent with a lame English bulldog. I think they were referring to Wayne Rooney, who got a bit unruly. There was some fun about it. Somebody put an ad out in paper. Please contact, and they put the address of Manchester United Stadium there. So, yeah.
Wayne Rooney is not a very... My wife thinks he's quite good on the telly, but I think he's terrible. I'm sure he'll learn, but he's not the greatest pundit on telly.
I mean, he doesn't seem to show that he has a lot of grey matter somehow. Not during his playing days, not now.
No.
I don't know if that makes for a great pundit, but sometimes common sense. There's something called footballing common sense.
I just want to point out, I think India were 92 for 2 after 10 overs, and England are 91 for 3, so they're going...
Fair enough, neck and neck.
Yeah, I fell asleep, but Gary told me they hit the last 4 balls, went 4-4-6-6 or something.
So really last over went for a lot of runs. England need an even 100 to win, by the way, from here.
We have Harshit back in the attack, went for 10 in his first over. We'll look to curb his runs so far. England need around 10 of each over till the end of the innings to win this game.
Gareth Davies agrees with you, Bear. He says Wayne can't speak properly, Rooney.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Arshit for his first ball. Bowler on the leg side, bowler giving chase. They're going to get through for 2. Easy 2 in the end.
Yeah, the classic no short mid wicket. No one has one of those these days.
That argument, I think we heard it first in the first innings as well. How much runs was lost by England?
Yeah, Dubey's first ball could have been a wicket, the short ball that he
had no clue where the ball was.
Had no idea, yeah.
Facing Archer, that can happen. There's no shame in that.
And don't you guys think the throwing towards the stumps has been a bit wayward from India so far?
Yeah, they're just
throws.
It's the classic, just get the ball in as quick as you can sort of thing. But if it's not accurate, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Harshit for his second ball, punched the leg side by Bethel for a single. Straight to Ravi Bishnoi. Oh, the first ball was given as 2 leg byes actually.
No, I thought he had not touched it at all. Makes sense. That's why it was so slow. It just sort of, lingered around the 30-yard circle. They got 2.
Yep. Bit of a change around in the field, maybe switching people into more catching positions rather than square of the wicket, bringing them a bit straighter. For the right-handed Banton, as Harshit comes in to bowl his third ball. It's heaved away to the leg side, in the gap, 1 bounce over the boundary for one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought he was going to get caught there. I knew he hadn't quite got enough of that. It was fortunate he found a gap.
Yeah, we just saw the field being switched. I thought it was going straight in the hands of the fielder there.
Same here.
Yeah. But lovely placement in the end and splits the field beautifully. 1 bounce over the fence. taps it onto the offside this time, straight to point. Abhishek with the ball. No run. 4 balls gone so far. 7 runs of the over. England require 93 from the next 56 deliveries and probably have to start scoring faster still.
They need a couple of biggies, don't they? A couple of big overs where they get 18, 20, and then the rest. I mean, this over, get another 2 and they're pretty much up with it. Well, 3 and they're up with the rate.
It's Harshit for his 5th ball of the over. Punch to a Shreyas, a quick single taken. Decent running by these two so far.
Well, everyone's on the edge of the circle, aren't they? So, I mean, pretty much if you set off straight away, unless it's a direct hit, should be able to get through for a single.
Shreyas Iyer looking quite comfortable now after taking the hit in the previous over while stopping the ball. Looks to be alright, moving smoothly in the field.
Have a nice bruise on his leg in the morning.
Harshit comes in for his final ball of the over. Oh, that's a bad line. Down the leg side, it's a gift for Bettel, who just pulls it behind the wicket for a 4.
2 + 2 is on man. 2 + 2 is on man.
Above the rate then? What's that?
Well, absolutely. Now, that's what the chat is also reflecting, some cautious optimism in England's favour, but they are still sort of waiting for the other shoe to fall, so to say.
I'm just trying to think. Next to be, I presume, Will Jacks next, followed by Sam Curran, or the other way round.
It depends on probably who gets out. If a lefty gets out, a lefty replaces him. A righty gets out, maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
so some thought process.
Will Jacks is definitely a good finisher.
I mean, this guy is not bowling well today, Harshit, somehow. He's feeding the batters all the wrong lines. I think that shot from Banton was a good one, but otherwise he bowled a really bad last ball. He should have focused on finishing stronger because he had only considered 8 at that point.
Yep, and as Bishnoi comes back into the attack, required run rate 9.36. Down the leg side should be a wide, it is. Bishnoi needs to curb his extras, starting most of his, first over started with a no balls, extra, and the second over starts the third with a wide.
He bowls 1 down the leg for sure every over. Sometimes it gets a wicket, but sometimes it's just a wide.
Not surprised with that run up, is it? I mean, he's all over the fucking shot.
Second ball, again into the leg side. Banton adjusts his feet well, punches it. Couple of bounces into the ropes. Tilak Verma gives chase, but to no avail. You see Bishnoi sticking to his line towards the leg stump or even wide from the leg stump, but then Banton did really well to adjust his stance for this delivery. He moved outside of the stumps so that the ball pitches in his hitting arc. Does it again, but smashes it to the offside this time.
That's a good shot.
A lovely shot.
Yeah.
Overcompensating too much. He went all the way on the off.
Picked his spot as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Knew someone was behind square and it was dead square was free. And there's 9. We only need 1 more, and then we've got a run rate for this over.
Yep.
Cut a big hits, and it could be one of your big overs, couldn't it? You know.
Yeah,
200 these days is nothing in T20, is it? It's madness.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, Sri Lanka, West Indies, Sri Lanka have gone into lunch on day 2 without having lost a wicket. 402 for 5.
Oof. Wow. This one is a better line from Bishnoi after going outside on the leg stump and then outside on the offside the off stump. He's finally bowled the ball on the stumps and gets his reward, a dot ball.
What happened in that? What happened in the first test? Because there was that massive stand, wasn't there, between Ross and Chase?
They walloped them by innings and 200
they won it by
runs.
innings. Okay,
Yeah. Well, not 200 odd runs. My apologies. 85 runs or so. But yeah, innings win.
Bishnoi bowls his 5th ball of the over, punched to the leg side, single taken. Bear, to add to your point, it was Roston Chase, and I can't recall the second batter's name, but they made the record partnership for the 6th wicket in Test cricket.
It was like 401
runs.
Yeah, it's 400 runs. It's
amazing.
Mad. Yeah, he was on.
I think it was Amir Jangu was the other guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Was he on debut or something? He got a double.
No, it was just his 3rd test though. It was his maiden 100.
Yeah.
He got a double, didn't he? I presume Roston got a double as well if they got 400.
No, Roston made 194.
Got it.
He got it.
Yeah.
Missed.
Captain's inning nevertheless as Bishnoi bowls his 5th ball of the over. Bethel with kind of a swing, but just a single taken. Arshdeep throws it in.
And where's this one? Where's the second test being played?
Second test is in North Sound.
North Sound, which is...
Antigua.
Sorry?
Antigua.
Well,
in the chat, there is some climate-related discussions and how there may be water and climate refugees, how many of them might be there by 2050, some mild racism towards Indians, all the usual stuff.
Wow. Well, there'll be a lot of climate refugees by 2050 if we carry on as we are.
Exactly. Somebody put a number, 250 million.
Well, they'll all be coming to England, of course, according to reform.
Over.
I think that was the context.
Yes.
Last ball of the over. Banton plays it to long off. End of the over. 115 for 3. And what do we have on socials?
I went through a few of those things. I'm sorry. I thought the over was done. My apologies.
No, it's okay.
There is a lot of positivity now regarding how Banton's playing. Gareth Davies has been continuously backing England. He says that, Banton deserves some of the bling, the way he's playing. He should probably borrow some of Joff and Bethel in this case. That's what he means. But yes.
As we see the score comparison for the two teams after 12 overs. India were 118 for 2. England just 3 runs behind, 115 for 3, but having lost 1 wicket more. Still
India, I think, lost their way between overs 14 and about 18 somehow. If England can stay the course, they're going to easily win this, even in the 19th over or so.
I think India need another middle order batter like Rajat Patidar who can accelerate as well as, hold his ground. They lack that kind of a batter there right now. As Arshdeep in for his 3rd over after quite expensive first 2 overs at 14. Well, it was
he had one good over and his second over for 27. Apparently last week, England's death rate, or it may be the UK, I don't know if it was England or the UK, death rate is now above birth rate. So from here on in, we're getting more deaths than we are births.
Not always the best case scenario.
So we're gonna need our immigrants, fuckers, because otherwise.
Unless I was going to say you have 1.4 or 1.5 billion people, otherwise, it's not good.
Oh, that's a ball outside the off stump. Banton tries to swing it straight down the ground, but misses. Second dot ball of the over for Arshdeep. Decent start so far.
Yeah. Need to be getting hold.
Banton seemed to be playing the line. He did not really adjust at all.
Wow.
First 2 balls.
Classic batter in the modern age. Didn't really move his feet across, did he? He was just swishing the bat.
Arshdeep coming in for his 3rd ball of the over. This one was probably going as a wide, but Banton plays it. Bit of a fumble there by Bishnoi, just a single. But again, it's as Gary said, I think in the first innings or I'm not sure who said it, but the baseball zone hitting, they need to be more aware of that because this one was clearly outside the tram lines, but played nevertheless.
I haven't seen Viber field a ball yet. They're doing very well at hiding him.
Or, as you said, he might not be on the field because they haven't even shown him on the camera.
No. That shouldn't be allowed. This is an international, it's not a fucking IPL.
That's definitely a wide down the leg side. Just trying to follow the batter. Followed him way too much. Easy call for the umpire. You'd think they'd show him a bit more because of how much the hype was before, his debut and everything. But no sign of Vaibhav so far. Maybe the broadcaster just you hype this young kid so much.
As you rightly said there, it's not IPL. You have to finish your stint also in the field.
Unless you're injured.
Oh, of course.
Genuinely. This is
That's
a good
bit
over.
Of a slower ball. Follows him again this time, but straight into the body.
There you go. You saw him in the screen just now. That's Suryavanshi.
Oh yeah,
there he is.
Point.
He came to pick up the ball, but Bethel returned the ball to the bowler. He's there. Just that.
He's there.
It's not the IPL for multiple reasons, thankfully. He's just left alone on the field. He's just one of the 11 people there.
Bit of laughs in the England dugout there.
But you saw both Jax and Sam patted up. Karan.
Yeah,
patted up. Yep.
So either could come in. That's the point, I guess.
Arshdeep for his 5th ball of the over. Again down the leg side. Should be one leg by there. Yep, it is.
This is a good over for India.
Yep. Arshdeep showing his usual pattern of bowling one amazing over and then forgetting his skills and then remember them again in the 3rd over. This is unfortunately how he goes most of the times in matches that are not very high stakes, because I think he performs in high stakes matches or just doesn't, but this back and forth happens a lot in bilaterals. Last ball of the over. Arshdeep running in. Oh, that's a lovely shot, but straight to the fielder. And it's taken.
That was
Gets
coming.
his 3rd wicket. Tried to go for the boundary, but found the fielder. Comfortable catch. And England
Looked like a set
lose their
piece.
4th
The fielder
wicket.
had moved up.
Yeah, the fielder was a good 20 yards in there. Precisely for that one, presumes. We're going to send him off and we're going to have a change for the last 7. Who's on? Me and Gary and Arnav. You're back on socials. Lovely.
So the last chat is something to do with Germany and Kiel and Cole. So good luck. Thank you.
Okay,
See
I'm
you
going
all.
to play a jingle while we have a
Thanks,
change.
Ajit.
The crowd says you're out.
Just a comment for some of our international listeners. We're getting some noises off here, but it's because there is a big party going on outside. And some of our international listeners may be aware that there are people who know nothing about London who run it down, and there are bad actors who want to run down London because it does not it's not congruent with their view of a world that ought to be characterised by separation and by distrust. I've lived in London 45 years and I love every single second of it.
Absolutely.
It's just a fantastic place to live. It does drive you mad. All cities will drive you mad at times when it's too crowded and too hot on the tube. But dear me, London is just
It's a fun place to be,
great.
man. Yeah, isn't it just?
Well, it's whatever you want it to be, Bear. That's the delight.
I've been here now, what did I move here in 93? I moved to London.
Yeah, 81 for me. It's...
Oh, wow.
Just wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Yeah, I wonder about that in retirement. I think
Oh,
about
God, no.
splendid isolation in Cornwall sometimes. Oh, now Bethel has gone to cut that. He's mishit it. It's got an under edge. Come back past his stumps. He wasn't quite sure where it had gone. Almost stepped out of his crease, and Ishan Kishan was getting ready to take those bails off.
Well, I've got stairs and steps to my flat, so I may have to move at some point, but I want to live somewhere as close to where I'm living now as possible.
Well, yeah. That's a filthy delivery, short. It's almost like a medium pacer's delivery. It's been cut, though, out into the deep, only as far as the fielder. And India certainly staunched the runs last over, and this over's not going too well as well.
Well, Bethel's going to need to stay there and keep hitting boundaries and taking singles. He needs to up that strike rate. He has 33 from 30. And the all-rounders, at least one of them's got to deliver here.
Well, Jax was the finisher at the World Cup, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did well there.
Curran's been batting very well this year, hits a long ball. But the all-rounders have got to put in here.
They have indeed. 119 for 4. England got to get to 191. They've only got, 6.4 overs to do it.
That's time enough. But
well, it's in the modern game, that's definitely time enough.
They need to hit the boundary balls and manufacture 1 or 2 boundaries as well.
Indeed. Well, Jax gets a dot on his first ball. I mean, these days they can come in and lamp it from the word go pretty much, can't they? Which is
Well,
a really incredible skill when you think about it.
That 6-6-6-4 at the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th over, it's beginning to look even more critical now than it did then.
It is. That's so England, isn't it? That's just turn into the leg side. Jacks wants 2. I think it's crazy, but they're going to get it. There's a bit of a mix-up in the field. 2 Indian players going for it. Neither of them picking up the ball.
These days they know that if they hit the ball there into that area of the field, they've assessed where the fielders are, that they can get to. I think that was fairly comfortable. But of course what you've got to do is set off immediately and trust your partner.
Aye. Well, Varun Aaron is in. It's cut by Will Jacks.
Varun Aaron?
Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah, you get Stuart Broad like
Aaron's busy. He's busy doing He's busy doing commentary now.
Single out into the deep and there's no run. Varun Aaron, Jesus.
And he's also the bowling coach for SRH, I think.
Okay. He was quick in his day.
He was skiddy as well, like Malcolm Marshall. It was horrible to face.
That one is driven by Bethel. Beats cover, but there is a long off. Are they going to try for 2? They are. They're going to make it comfortably.
Just in case anybody is listening and gets offended by my comparison of an all-time great with Varun Aaron, I mean very much in the kind of trajectory that he bowled at, rather than the extreme pace and the extreme skills.
There was a time when he was quite good, when he was playing for India. I mean, he knocked out Broad, didn't he? I mean, he pinged that one that got stuck in his helmet that time in that Test series. For a couple of years. There was that other one. Was it R.P. Singh?
Oh yeah, he wasn't quick though. He
left armour.
used to swing the
More
ball.
of a swing bowler.
But he was amazing for like a year and a half, and then he kind of disappeared completely.
Well, his son Harry Singh is playing for Lancashire.
Oh right. 1, 2, 4 for 4. 6 overs left. No, 6 overs left to get 67 runs. So the run rate is just above 11.
Harry Singh is one of these players that can't decide if he's a bowler who bats or a batsman who bowls. So he appears at number 3 or 4 one match, and then sort of 8 and 9 the next. But he's being messed about with, as many Lancashire players are, and I hope he does find his feet. But I don't think it'll be at Lancashire.
Is he? I presume he's qualified as English then. And Has R.P. Singh moved here then?
Yeah.
Cut hard, terrible bit of fielding. That's fortunate for England, whoever that was. That was the skipper, Shreyas Iyer, dived over the ball. Extra cover, and that's the first boundary for a little while.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
I'm not absolutely certain, but I think he married an English woman and they've settled in Manchester, although I'm not certain on that.
Opened an Indian restaurant in the coming months.
RP Singh?
Yeah.
I'll just have a look.
Around the wicket, Axar Patel. He's bowled well today. He's only gone for 16 and 3.1 overs. That one's following the batsman, and you can't do anything with it.
Just check that it is the R.P. Singh who I believe is Harry Singh's father. I may have got it wrong. I'm not absolutely certain.
Works into the leg side by Will Jacks. Sets off quick, thinking about 2. But there isn't.
You're absolutely right about both your claims. Yeah, you're right. It's the same guy. R.P. Singh is his father.
Interesting.
And did he settle in Manchester?
Yep.
I thought so, memory's a bit intermittent these days.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that wasn't a bad one to spot.
Well, that's your club, isn't it, Lancashire?
Yeah, it's because it's my team.
Floats that one up, takes a little bit of pace off there, Axar Patel. Bolts it down the leg side. Sam Curran goes outside his leg stump.
It's always
Bethel, and puts that up to
it's always quite funny with the commenters below the line on my Guardian columns who accuse me of being a Surrey fan, and all you Surrey fans are.
If only they knew.
Somebody once wrote, I think the giveaway is in his name as mouth of the Mersey. But yes, you always get a bit of that, along with being accused of being a Liverpool fan, of course.
Well, Banton, who has got he's batting with his bat just about outside off stump.
No, he's not. He's sitting in the sheds. It's Bethel.
Bethel. No, but that was Jack. So sorry, I'm getting my names all wrong here. And Jesus
What's
Christ.
in that vape there?
I
bud?
don't know. And
He's even
Gets a
seen
signal.
Varun Aaron, so
yeah,
must
yeah,
be something.
exactly. Bethel comes down the track at Axar Patel. I think he gets a leg by. Well, he doesn't get a leg by. Oh, maybe it was off the bat. The umpire didn't seem to signal a leg by. Not enough of that. 8 off that. You need 11 and over. So run rate's climbing. 59 required off 5. Now you need 12 and over.
See,
we have a super chat after a
Oh,
while.
super chat, super chat, super chat.
First of this innings, I would say.
Yep.
Let's jingle him up first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we can do that.
Oh, the Bears on it.
Super chat game, super chat game. Super chat game, super chat game.
We have Garrett Davis with 40 tied bahts, if that's how it's pronounced. He says, not a big T20 fan, but I love your work.
Well,
Thank you for that message, Garrett. That's so kind of you.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in and watching us.
Absolutely.
It's been quite nice, this T20, because sometimes it's so hurly-burly, we barely get a chance to talk.
Yeah, the internationals seem to be better than the IPL. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. If that's Hoyt out too long on, there's no run. I mean, I guess because we got a dog in the fight, it being England,
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit more interesting.
Well, Bethel's got 38 from 34. If England lose this, fingers will be pointed, and I would suggest not without reason.
Well, it was difficult when you lose. You're on your 1 for 2.
I know, but
you've got to be able to accelerate.
We're getting quite late in the innings now,
Yeah.
and 38 from 34 really should be more like 44 from 34.
Oh, that's out.
Yeah.
That's a full toss, and it's hit it's hit Will Jacks in front of middle stump.
Yeah.
He's reviewed it. I don't know why he's reviewed it,
Well,
unless he's
because
hit it.
there isn't long left. But this is the other side of the coin. If you've got a guy going at 38 from 34, you can't go at 38 from 34.
No, you've got. Well, I mean, he is there as a finisher, Jacks. I mean, that's why he's down at number 6, isn't he? So, I mean,
but it invites those shots possibly slightly earlier than would otherwise be the case. So Jacks may want to get to 10 balls before he starts doing that, but he's done it off his 8.
Really haven't got time, have you? I mean,
Well,
that's
you haven't when
around
a
the
bloke's
wicket
got
for
38 from 34 at the other end.
Chakravarti. It's hit him on the top.
The only thing, it's got a long way to go. It's right arm and round the wicket. This
he's
could
bowled
be
from very
sliding.
wide.
This
It
could be
sliding. He doesn't really
down.
turn it a lot, does he?
No.
So
I think it's hitting middle.
and the question is, did he
You
hit
think
the
it's
bat?
hitting
It's not hit the bat. Well, I don't know, actually. I think that might be going.
Yeah, it's always difficult with these ones that the projection is without the ball bouncing.
Right, where's it
Hitting middle
going?
stump.
Nah, it's hitting an off stump.
You're right.
He's
Because he
out.
barely spins the ball, as we said.
Yeah,
earlier.
well, that's it, but that's what I thought. I thought the angle might take it past the off stump, but no, the umpire got it right. And we have to say goodbye to Will Jacks.
I won't look back, 'cause by the time that I do, you'll be gone.
Is that from Salad Days?
I have no idea.
Might be from Salad Days.
Melody Gardo, never heard of her really. But
I love Salad Days. It's a very old-fashioned post-war musical with posh people
we have
having a good time and a spaceship. But it's great.
Go on.
No, sorry. We have a comment that's sort of echoing our feelings about this game. Garrett Davis says, been a good game. Hats off to the groundsmen. Prepared a great T20 pitch.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Next man in. No, it's not him, because he's not in the side.
Hey, Sam Curran's gotta shine now. How does he have to play to get some runs now? How many can he make?
Yeah, I felt it was a little too paced early on. We saw a projection of the higher bounce, but only a little bit, and certainly not such that it could not be trusted by batters. But yeah, I mean, I think it's helped that it's not sunny, so there's been a bit of movement in the air.
A little bit.
And a wind.
Yeah, it's very windy, that's true. Oh, now he's going to get an edge.
Oh,
He's going to get 4 runs. Perfect shot. Little top edge went through where first slip would be. No one down there. And Sammy Curran's got a strike rate of 400. He's on to win the game.
There's not one boy for me. I must have 2 or 3. I need 4.
Yeah, now we're back on. Yeah, there was talk that Sammy Curran could be captain of the England side just because we need an all-rounder to replace Stokes, and he probably fits that bill.
Well,
but then then Jason chimed in and said he's hardly played any first-class cricket for about 3 years.
And he hasn't. Well, he has played some first-class cricket, but he's played primarily as a batter this season.
Plays that out through the covers. There is a man in the deep.
What will appeal to them is that he's had captaincy experience in the IPL and for Surrey. He's done stuff. My absolute wild card, and I don't think they would do it, although I think there's a case for it, is to bring in Kieran Carlson from Glamorgan, who's been a tremendous captain, getting the best from his players. I mean, recent years has scored quite a few centuries and got some decent runs. He's a bright lad.
That's driven straight down the ground. I think that's straight enough. It is straight enough. Mid-on is wide, so that's 4 runs.
And he won't be...
The Elvises of...
He won't be phased by the media responsibilities. I mean, I don't think they'll go for that. But we've had worse players than Kieran Carlson, who's only 27 now, despite having played sort of top-level cricket for the thick end of 10 years. He would be an interesting choice, but I don't think they'll do that.
Really,
it's better than that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, batting at sort of 6. That one is, but we need an all-rounder. That's the problem, isn't it? That was played out to the covers. I think he got a run, didn't he? No, it was a dot ball last ball. Turn off the over with a wicket. Over to you, Arnav.
We have Brian in Brisbane tuning in. He says, "Afternoon. Sorry, I'm late. Can England hold their nerve?" And then Frank Rockefeller says, "England have got this if they can get it."
Yeah.
Then we have...
Well said.
Yeah, Ray Davies, where are you? You really got it now. No, I don't want to do it. Oh yeah,
that was a nice one, wasn't it? Then we have a bit of chat between them, discussing Centrelink. What's Centrelink? Is it some? What is it actually?
Sounds like some dodgy.
I was going to say
Bitcoin chain or something.
Centre Point, I'd understand. Centre Point would be Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
It's either a train company or a Wi-Fi company.
Oh, well.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Well, I was having a very difficult time on the trains back and forth to Nottingham last week. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Well, was that? Did they go through that Luton area when they had that bloody?
Well, there was that, but it was the heat as well.
Yeah, bends the track. Nothing fucking works in this country. It's hot, cold, leafy. That's skidded on from Bishnoi. He's in his last over.
Got one more comment that we can probably discuss in this over. Tim Milton Davis says, "I reckon we as in England can cope without a pure all-rounder. Robbo and Archer can hold a bat each. What do you think, gents?"
I don't like it. It was a no ball. We're going to get 3 hits.
Yeah. There we go with the extras.
Yeah, the extra you said. Yeah, totally. Is it bat foot again on the outside line?
Robinson. Yeah. Robinson is a capable bat. He's an 8. Craig Overton would be an interesting choice. He's got 3 centuries, I think, this season, and he can definitely hold a bat. And he's very experienced, always takes wickets in England. So he could possibly come in at 8. He can't come in at 7. That has to be Ray and Ahmed or nobody, I think.
Well, that's it. But there we go. Bethel gets hold of one. Finally launches it over long on. Well, there's only 4 overs left, so someone's got to give it some umpty at some point. 6 runs.
And this is what T20 can do. You know, I'm complaining about Bethel's strike rate. It's now 48 off 37. But because he's made it 48 off 37, the whole balance of the match looks different.
Yeah. Well, it's probably him. I mean, as you say, he's faced 37 balls. He's seeing it. He's gone for another big hit, but he's missed it. That one's good bowling.
It's amazing how often the batters have missed the ball where they give themselves room, and how often they've hit it when they go into the ball and play it at or near their eye line.
Yeah. Well, funny that, isn't it? Basics of batting, Gary.
It is the basics of batting, but I think we see so.
It's another no
ball. Oh dear, Ravi. We've got Raves outside, we've got Ravi inside, and we've got some raving mad bowling.
There you go. He doesn't get called for this in the IPL a lot, does he?
Not at all.
No, see? That's what happens when you play Mickey Mouse cricket.
You were just waiting for that.
That's the bear at guerrillacricket.com for you for your Indian letters written in green crayon.
If you don't play proper cricket, then the next ball has been slapped straight back down the ground again. So we've had no ball 6, no ball 6 this over. This could be the one.
This could be the one.
14 off the first 2 balls of the over.
Yeah, and it's the transformative nature of batter putting willow to leather. Here we are. It wasn't too late. Bethel knew better than I did.
Well, this is it. It's what I mean. It's the modern game. You can see 60 scored in 4 overs these days in no time at all. I mean, this is it. You get 20, 24 off an over, and then, 10s takes you up to 50 odd in 3-4 overs, doesn't it?
I tell you what, if he gets us home here, Bethel, and Brooke does become Test captain, he might be looking at white ball captaincy himself. I know he's done it before, but this will be a tremendous innings if he can see it through now.
Bishnoi in again. That one's on the pads. Pulled down towards long leg. There is a man there, but they should get back for 2, and they do quite comfortably. What's that? 14 off the first 3 balls of the over. 32 now required off 21. That looks a lot more manageable.
So, talking of England captaincy, I don't think it's on for Brooke to do it in all the formats. But if Bethel looks like he is a legitimate option, he's fully confident in his position in the side, then it does ease it a bit.
It's too young, too inexperienced. I mean, maybe for T20s, I don't think you need a lot of experience for T20s. Cut out through the offside. I thought it was going to go to cover, but it hasn't. It's missed him wide of long off, and he's got himself another 4, and this over is a moving over.
2 + 2 is on man.
12, 14, 18 off the first 4 balls of this over. 2 to go. Another 6 and 4, and that's...
I mean, I don't think you need to be a tactical genius in T20, but you've got to understand the rhythms of the game, understand when it's time to accelerate, when it's time to all-out attack, and Bethel has done that wonderfully in this innings today.
Well, he's got another 6. He's launched that one. This is a fantastic over. That's gone well out over wide, long on, for another 6.
There's the match.
Damn!
Still 1 ball going over,
and he was missing those earlier on. I was saying he's misread the length. He's back in the crease or something, but he's
picking his moment, Gary. Picking his moment.
But it was also he was getting adjusted to the pace of the pitch. He was doing what I was suggesting he should do in the first innings, and it's to his tremendous credit
and
that
now
the
suddenly
blood
it's come down
cold.
to just over a run of ball. That one is pulled out into the deep. There is a man out in the deep. Is he going to get there? Oh, I think he might be touching the fence, and he's gone over and he's holding his chest.
It hurt that.
It did. Arshdeep has done his knee, I think, or his shoulder. He's gone over anyway. I think he might have had his boot on the sponge when he fielded that.
Yeah,
he's in a lot of pain by the looks of things.
I think so too. He's not going to be bowling at the death, which I'm sure he was being held back for.
Yeah, he's got 1 over left. They're going to look at that, but I think his foot was on the sponge.
No, all his weight's gone into his knee.
Yeah. He didn't even stop it with his hand, he stopped it with his knee.
Yeah. The ball and his weight simultaneously are hitting his right knee here. And,
that's safe.
Ow, 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 ow.
He's gone.
Oh, it's
his shoulder. Holding his shoulder. Yeah,
well, look, shoulders, as we know, can pop out at the slightest provocation. So, and these are big lads. Oh, he's on his feet. Oh, well played, lads.
I think he was trying to stop it from being called a 4. 6, 6, 6, 3 6s, 4. That's 22, 2 2s, 26 and 2 nobles. 28 off that over. 20 required off the last 3 overs.
29 because there was a single as well.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the big over England were looking for, and it was a very big over indeed. Here's a big unit now. It's
Harshit Rana is coming in.
Yeah. He looks like a kabaddi player. Kabaddi still big in India and diaspora?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a kabaddi club down when my son plays football. They play down at this big Sikh temple down in, where is it? It's out near Dagenham. No, not Dagenham. Dartford. Massive team centre. They play a team. I can't remember what it's called. It's a big long Sikh name for the team. And there's a kabaddi club down there.
Oh, nice.
Harshit Rana. It's coming around the wickets. And it's guided by Sam Curran down to short third man.
Sam Curran thinks all I need to do is get to the other end.
Yeah, well,
here.
exactly. But
well done.
Bethel's on fire now. He's got 68 off 43 all of a sudden. And there's your strike rate moved.
There's your strike rate.
Yeah, it's gone up over 150 suddenly.
So I was worried that England didn't have time. It seems not only did they have time, they may have time in hand now. If the game's not won, but 19 off 17, you're getting over the line there, 5 down. 9 times out of 10?
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah.
And you need to cut the big hits now, and that's it, done. A bunch of singles, cut the 4s, and you're over the line. And, well, that's an amazing shot. That's a reverse scoop for 6, fuck me.
I wonder what Alistair Cook's thinking right now.
He suddenly found his eye has Bethel. He's waited at a good time, and he's reverse scooped that for 6 runs. That's an amazing shot.
I mean, what I've always said about Bethel is that I am not sure his defensive technique and his shot selection is attuned right for Test cricket, but he's got every shot in the book. There's no doubt about that. It's just how he can deploy them and whether he's there long enough.
He had a bad Test series against the Kiwis, but I do think he looks $1 million.
When he's in full flow, and I saw him in full flow at Trent Bridge, and he's an amazing sight to see in full flow. But good bowlers will get him out before he gets there, unless he learns when to attack, when not to attack, and
he kept
sound
getting out
defence.
Defending, didn't he? He does
Edging.
Get across the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't get across to the ball, but once he does, and I hate to say this after the demise of Zach Crawley, but the ceiling is very high.
Yeah. Well, in English case, it's quite low actually. But anyway, Rana. He's picked that up. Oh, he might be out here. Oh, he is going to be out right at the end. Sam Curran though, isn't it?
Knock one. Knock one.
We only need require 12 or 15 balls. I thought that was Bethel, but it wasn't. Of course, they got single off the previous ball. Sam Curran's tried to clip it over the deep square leg boundary. He's been caught on that boundary. Who was that out in the deep? Vaibhav. He's actually done something in the field. Yay! He's caught one. And we have to say goodbye.
That was brainless cricket from Sam.
It's T20. What else are you going to do?
Knock it down and give the fella who's winning the game the strike.
Another one bites the dust.
That's what he did with the first ball.
I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Sam Curran trusts himself to be
able
able
to
hit
hit 6. Super chat.
6 down.
Oh, we got a super
6
chat.
down.
We got a super chat from Greystoke. Can you jingle him up there?
I can indeed.
YouTuber super chat.
It's a good one too. He says India are arse deep in Harshit.
Oh God.
cheeky pun. And then before that, Lockie says that was a harsh hit, which was another good pun.
Very good.
So yeah, the last few messages are just puns on both their names.
Well, the new man at the crease, he can certainly hit a long ball.
Yeah.
You will break your helmet, break your heart, hotter than lava, cooler than Bogart. In your face, at your stumps, on your toes, on your mum.
Just block 2.
He tries to uppercut
don't
it
do
for
that.
6.
Just block 2. Just wait for it. England will take 12 off 2 overs all day and all night. But they want Bethel on strike, and they want a wicket, the wickets in hand at the other end.
Well, it's only just uppercut it for 4. There's only 12 balls left after this one.
I know, but there's only 3 wickets left after this one.
I've seen Joffre hit overs for 20 plus.
Yeah, but we don't need that. We need him to block it out and hand it over to Bethel.
You get across the line as soon as possible, Gary.
Well, had 2 wickets skewer.
Yeah. And then you still have 2 left, Gary.
That's
short.
It's a good ball.
It's been given as a wide.
Oh,
that
no.
feels harsh. Harsh hit, in fact.
Can't review it. It's fucking not the IPL.
But that wasn't a wide either, was it?
Yeah, well, it might not be, but you can't review it.
Yeah.
They're probably all thinking that, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, it's a...
let's have a look. That's a wide.
Yeah, it's a wide. He's slightly bent-legged, but it was well over. And Joffre's saying, look, they call me for that.
Yeah, exactly.
All day, every day.
So, one ball is still left in the over.
He smiles a lot for a cricketer, Joffre, but they're often ironic smiles, aren't they?
I think so. I think he got a lot of harsh treatment. There's a lot of harsh treatment in the press for Joffre.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Last ball of the over, and Joffre has a big heave, and he'll get a single, so he'll retain the strike, which probably didn't want to do, but you might as well just take the run. And England require 10 off the last 2 overs.
We have 2 chats coming in. Yep.
Okay.
Brian in Brisbane says India will get real sad today with this loss coupled with the women losing the other day. Yeah, that was a tough one to take the other day.
Yeah, I thought they'd be in the semis. They didn't make it, did they? At the expense of South Africa. I thought.
Then we have Gareth Davis, a bit harsh one, but saying, here we go, Sammy the nut job with his sidekick, the Barbados bling boy.
That is quite harsh.
He doesn't seem to have the bling on today, though. Where's the necklace gone? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Probably it's only to distract the batters when he's bowling.
Maybe.
We have another message from, I think he's a new viewer, Barkdog DS5RN. He says, can you shout me out? My name is Shubham. Huge fan of you guys.
Wow.
Well,
welcome. Hello, Shubham.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome
Shubham.
to the show. Remember to bash the like button and subscribe.
Here's Arshdeep then, not injured.
Around the wickets, and Joffre can only defend it back to him, and there is no run.
Bethel hasn't faced the ball since he smashed 6-6,
Yeah,
4-6, whatever it was.
Now we're going to get out, won't he, and cause absolute fucking conniptions.
Oh, we have a super chat.
Super chat.
Just say it. We're not going to play the jingle. Get on with it.
All right. Bear would have 1 win game in 10 overs.
Yeah, of course. 20 and over.
That's Suryavanshi territory there.
Yeah.
Oh, that super chat was for $2 by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're grateful.
As always.
Yeah, they always are. They're taking some time to set the field for Joffre here. Drop it and run, Joff. God.
Exactly, just get inside it and drop it in the leg side. There's nothing out there. Which is what he does. He pulls it out to deep middle. He's going to get 4. He is. See, Joff, the hero. It wasn't particularly well timed, but it was timed enough, and it's gone out to the mid-wicket boundary.
And one more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4s are for. To get funky on the dance floor.
England have got 2 world-class players in their football team and 2, I would argue, world-class players in their cricket teams. There's Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, and there is Jofra Archer and Joe Root. Surprise you which of those 2 of those 4 get so much criticism in the press?
Well, Jude and Joffre.
Quite.
And what would you say that was down to?
Quite.
It's terrible, isn't it? Really?
It is.
Worked into leg side by Joffre. He'll get himself 2. England require 4 runs from 9 balls. This game is done.
It wasn't like that a few years ago. But
I think it's always been a bit like that.
It's always been a little bit like that.
Can you remember after the Euros when fucking, was it Rashford and Saka got loads of grief after the penalties?
Oh, that was from the wasn't from the media. That was from the public,
Rashford,
and it died.
Saka and
it died
Sterling,
down fairly quickly. Saka was applauded, and I was in crowds where he was applauded soon after. It was the press did not run a campaign against him. In fact, they were worse with Beckham after '98 than they were with Saka.
Oh, the red card.
They're burning effigies and everything of him back in '98.
They were indeed. Archer gets that one. It was very full from Arshdeep. Get out.
It was on social. It was on social media with the 3 penalty misses, but it didn't last very long, and the press didn't really run with it. But they do run with this idea of that if Joffre's not taking 7 wickets and sort of getting off his deathbed to play, then he's not worth his place. And Jude Bellingham they don't like because he believes in himself.
I'd say Harry Brook has the potential to be a world-class player.
Yes. I mean, I think I'm being a little bit. I'm bending the truth to make the analogy work.
I suppose in terms of settled players, you'd say yes. But then again, Joffrey's only played how many Test matches? He played about 20 odd, hasn't he? Because of his injuries. But, I mean, he would have played a hell of a lot more. Oh, he's class.
This game's done.
It is done. Archdeep is coming in, and it's pulled by.
And now it is.
Bethel.
Oh, there's a fielder.
There's a fielder down at long leg, so it'll just be the one run. 2 required off 7 deliveries.
You can't play a better T20 innings than Bethel has played, despite the fact that about 20 minutes ago I was calling him out.
Yeah.
Because he knew better than I did how to get over the line. And,
He's got to wait for that opportunity, haven't you?
T20 may be a fundamentally unserious format, but this has been a serious innings within the unserious format.
It's been a fantastic choice.
And player of the match by absolutely miles.
Yeah, well, for that innings, it's a winning.
To add to the high you both are on, Lucky 6 says Baz gets a lifetime contract.
Well, Baz, I mean, for me, after the handling of the Stokes incident, Key should be fucking slung out.
He's
the real culprit behind that. I mean, for a player of Rob Key, that's it. The game's done. Clipped out to deep square leg by Jofra.
Over in
himself 2 runs, and England win with an over to spare. 19 overs done, 191 runs, and what looked like a big tall order up with 4 overs to go. There's been one with over to go.
The one big over.
Was it, and it was 29 off that 1 over. And England have won that by 4 wickets, and a fantastic innings, well timed by Jacob Bethel. Had a pretty poor Test series against the Kiwis. But
there'll be some Indian fans looking at that and thinking, why didn't he play in the bloody IPL? He was sitting on the bench.
Well, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? And
the camera's picking out Ronaldo, not Ronaldo, Suryavanshi. Sorry.
I mean, and this is the problem, I guess, with the IPL when you've got squads of 25 players.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to head off. It's a long way back to South London.
Yeah, well, we won't do a lot of showing up.
Yeah, and thanks to the listeners, and it's lovely to be back in the studio. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Are you going to be around for the Pakistan test?
No, I'm not. I'm going to one of them, I think, the London one, but I think it's Headingley or something. I'm not going up there.
It is. I don't know where it is, actually. There's one at Headingley.
Edgbaston. I'll probably go to Edgbaston. But probably not to the northern one. Arnav, it's good to see you, and I'm looking forward to being back on the mic.
Yeah, Arnav, we're going to wrap it up. Are there any last messages we should read out?
It's just discussions among themselves, people discussing how Bethel's trajectory is going to go over his career. Everyone's praising him. People sending messages of, well done England, you've scaled Olympus Mons. Righteous win, of course. Feels better than a moral victory, this one. And that's about it.
Cool. That's a good win by England. We're back on Tuesday, I think, is the next one. I don't know where it is. I should do, but I can't remember. We're starting a heat wave this week, so it's going to be hot. It's going to be nice. England hopefully would have won in Mexico tomorrow night.
I'm going to Glasgow. I'll be all right.
You're going to Glasgow. You'll definitely be all right.
Third one's at Trent Bridge on Tuesday.
Trent Bridge on Tuesday. That's a flat track. Should be a high-scoring one, and it should be hot and sunny. Thanks to you again, Arnav. Thanks to Ajit. Thanks to Al, who was in earlier, and Messi, who was in earlier. Thanks you all for being on the show. Thank you all for listening. We shall be back on Tuesday. It's a 5:30 start, I believe, so we'll be in there about 5:20.
Yep.
See you all then. Goodbye.
See you all. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara
Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick Guerrilla Cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin,